きっと大人はそれらしくするのでかかりきりになるんだ。関心はまだ僕ら真珠のかけらだって昔ここに物語がなければからくりの中で回る僕らへの歌。実は毛先のような毎日を当たり前に手を差し伸べて過ごしている、心温かであること笑うほど寂しいことはないでしょう。落ち込む夜で咲いて咲いて気まぐれなようにどの人生も悪くはないだろう。強がることを知れど今までの足跡や生まれたことは消えやしない。軽い冗談で傷がついてしまう。柔らかなままでいい、そのままでいい。じっと日々を見逃さないで、きっと大人はそれらしくするのでかかりきりになるんだ。関心はまだ僕ら真珠のかけらだって昔ここに物語がなければからくりの中で回る僕らへの歌。ああ間違っていないねばかりじゃどこにもだっていないってこと。気晴らしに今ならどこへだって僕ら光のように気がつかない。間違ってる涙なんてない。じっと意味を見逃さないで、きっと大人はそれらしくするのでかかりきりになるんだ。関心はまだ僕ら真珠のかけらだって昔ここに物語がなければからくりの中で回る僕らへの血だ。じっと君を見逃さないで、きっと大人はそれらしくするのでかかりきりになるんだ。関心はまだ僕ら真珠のかけらだって昔ここに物語がなければからくりの中で回る僕らはなりそこないで溢れた挿絵のような幸せを求めている。完成は絵の具渡り合えるこの土地で当たり前には輝いてる。うわ
当たり前が照らす眩しさにまぶたを閉じた君のことを誰の目にも触れない影に一粒の光をそこに迷い戸惑い今の瞬きに流れ星が頬を去っても拭い去ってくれるくらいの人なりの音色を君に変えられない過去に色を塗っていく。きっと未来の七色片手にパレット笑ってみせてよ。たった一つだけ願っとるんだ。いつだって最低な夜を抜けてに違い勘違い間違いじゃなくて心 Get up and follow through. Radiant moonlight marks the time of the start. In this lighted heart, can you trust me to relieve your aching heart? In the night I feel the end drawing near. I have nothing to fear. Reaching out to you, I ask you put your faith in me. Just believe. Without even one word, this world's turned tonight. Let's keep moving onward. We will not die without a good fight. Say goodbye to sorrow. Darkness won't defend. I'm tired of it, so give me, please, one last chance. I wanna go white right now. I don't wanna pass it by. I don't wanna wonder why. Gotta shape this world to be somewhere we can all be free. Just aim into this light. Just aim to break the night. Time to change is in our sight.
There's already dogs barking.
Man, they're going nuts.
They
Bring
were
them
not-
dogs in. It's hot as crap.
They were not barking, I mean, moments ago. But now they are the barking. Marvel shouldn't learn from current My Hero. Marvel shouldn't learn from anything. They're making money hand over fist. Even their flops make money. They should learn to write better. But beyond that,
In certain aspects, absolutely. But it also comes down to writers, directors. It's not just a company. It's it needs to be taken on an individual basis. But there is a lot more bad than good lately.
they don't have to learn from it. They can take little things from it, but learn some things. And Into the Spider-Verse is a good example. Everything can learn from something else.
I don't know what necessarily needs to be learned because anime is just storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It essentially is just like tell better stories. I don't know what because anime and Marvel, it's not really congruent with each other because it's a long running series and movies who have different directors and writers and stuff like that. So it's like, what?
Like, I could see if you meant the comics could learn from it, but it's clearly about the movies.
Yeah.
And the movies all have some type of, like, stopping point. Like, the entirety of an anime could run for 3 times longer than the series of movies you're going to put out. Haven't watched Hunter x Hunter, so can't comment. Question, do I have to worry about spoilers? Spoilers about what? Hunter x Hunter, probably.
Definitely.
Marvel, probably.
Definitely. As far as Guardians of the Galaxy and Into the Spider-Verse, no. And if there is, there'll be a big old lampshade. Like, because we both saw both of them, and apparently we're on different sides of the fence
It's
on them.
crazy.
Which is very interesting.
The podcast tomorrow should have some words.
It's gonna be a chunky one.
What do you guys do? What do we do for work? What up, bombs? Hey, y'all.
Nami the goat says, Salad Saturday looking good.
Unfortunately, because this is technically salad, so that's why you got a little emote today.
You guys were a lot of ball sucking for Hunter x Hunter. Is what it was. I swear I feel like I've seen that first title before I have. I think we were looking through it through Salad Saiyan.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is Salad Saiyan's second channel.
Yeah, the salad bar. Damn, it's almost 10 at night with me and all the shops are closed and I have no juice. That's your point. You should stock up on juice if you want some juice eventually. Here I thought the previous song was from Come You Can't Communicate. No, it was My Hero. I have no alcohol. Damn, a double damn. This is a good cover. This is Hunter slander. Let's go. I don't even have cold water. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Goodness.
I die. Literal die. This heat is terrible. Life sucks when you have nothing to drink. What can Marvel learn from anime? I wouldn't be surprised if they make a comeback with how awful their recent comic books are.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the comic stuff.
You guys seen Synthetic Man's Tears of the Kingdom review? God awful. I've seen the screenshot of it, the thumbnail, and that alone was enough. Goku T23 made a video on Goku and Vegeta getting locked up in Whis' staff. He's still cooking.
That's great. I don't know why you're telling us that. It's got nothing to do with us.
It's been a while since you...
304 says, I am planning to watch the new Spider-Man Across the Universe.
It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
It's been a while since you've covered a Hunter x Hunter video.
Yes, it has. But hopefully things have changed in the realms of them talking about
say
it.
That title feels familiar. Also, hey y'all. Also, there was another Tears of the Kingdom review that went the anti-Semite route.
Of course it did.
How could it? What do you mean,
Where
of
else
course?
could it go? All right? You're talking about Zelda, you instantly got to bring up a couple things, all right? I don't make the rules.
Salad Sunday and Salad Bar Saturday. No. Do I have to worry about spoilers? Like I said, I don't know what you mean spoilers for. The things we're talking about right here, absolutely, there's probably going to be some spoilers. Things like recent movies that have come out, we're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say anything about Stream Chat. If you guys do spoil stuff, though, I will time you out. I want Salad to make a video. Goku was betrayed and locked in Detroit. How long would he last?
I don't think he would. That's territory. That's where it gets a little touchy. That's where it's just like, well, maybe not. I can see how, anti-Semite Tears of the Kingdom. It's like, okay, there's no correlation there. I don't know where they're from, but they're clearly not from America. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much they know about these things and how sensitive one would be about them. So I don't think that it would be very advantageous for the individual nor the channel to do something like that, even as like an April Fool's thing. No good can come of it.
Name shoutouts, and then we get started. What's up, Dutch, Green Dragon, Carlo, Jiva, Cameron, Hi, Wharf, C-Tom, Curry, Neo, Victory Greymont. Again, I don't know why I say that full name. Varia, Nami, Piku, Aries. Why is everybody T23 all of a sudden? Blade.
They need to stop.
JX.
This ain't it.
This is truly not the one. Thank you, Soul, for being a member for 12 months.
Mark Monday win. You're trying to get timed.
Yep, that's what it is.
It's never. All right.
Oracle, Jeremiah, Nightfall. I believe that is everybody. So yeah, you know the deal. First person in the chat. First person in the chat.
That's what we're gonna do.
You already know what it is.
That's what it always is. That's what we're always gonna go. Boom, boom.
Isaiah, what's up? What's up? Anime Wednesdays.
Yeah, the Hunter x Hunter video. Yep, that's the first one. Marvel it is.
I'm back, about to be 23 and the world's still a B. Oh, dude, the world is trash. The older you get, the more trash you realize it is. Thank you for the super chat.
I think it's fine. I think
what? The world.
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
They're both Hunter x Hunter videos, so that's the issue.
Well, technically,
absolutely, but
we're counting them both technically as Hunter x Hunter. So we will do the Marvel video first. Marvel needs to learn from anime video essay by
The Fictional Addiction.
The Fictional Edition. As always, don't know them. Isaiah, do not do this. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Anybody can click the green button up top to join the bums.
There we are. And that's it's gonna be going on for about a minute. So
the work I put into the other one, though.
That's fine. You know,
the work.
That's fine. Good for you.
Good for you. Why is it so hot in Detroit, dude? This room is sweltering.
That doesn't seem like.
No, it's not. But they're probably gonna pop up every now and then.
I don't like it.
That's your fault. Stop being a little baby man. Yep. The restaurant's now a crap. I love that song so much. Not as good as Bad Stuff Happens in the Bathroom, but it's still a top 4 Bob's Burger song. I love Lucky Ducks.
So until that comes back up, we got some descriptions. How did Marvel make Doctor Strange 2 so bad? Well, in this video, you'll find one of the reasons is the terrible magic system. I'll compare it to something great like Hunter x Hunter for you to fully grasp how terrible it is. Hope you enjoy.
Jiva says,
what
that alert is funny. The bum one.
Yeah, the bum one's good. I put some work into it. I still got to fix it up because they walk past our faces. But that's going to be a little bit more work, and that was just a quick video. Climate change sucks, and I'm tired of the denial of it. Just accept it. We're in that bit. All right, so let's get into it. Again, don't know this person, never heard of them. Don't know what their points are going to be.
Yes, you read that right. Marvel needs to take notes from anime. specifically their power and magic systems. And if you think this video is going to be
Demon Slayer is not a good example.
No.
Because we don't understand the power/magic system.
We understand the technicalities of how it works.
Dutch says,
with breathing.
blame Michael Waldron, he just sucks as writer, he erased free will from 20 movies.
We can blame a lot of people.
some weeb who is butthurt crying to their body pillow about how superheroes are bad, you are wrong. Because I'm going to be honest, they messed up. They messed up bad with this one. Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe I'm overreacting a bit. No. Doctor Strange was a beautiful execution of magic. The movie wasn't...
What's the difference?
Yeah. What made Doctor Strange 2 less believable when we didn't have a grasp on what the sorcerers could do in the first movie?
perfect.
Because at any point in time, anybody can do any magical thing and it'd be justified, just like in this movie.
Execution of magic. The movie wasn't perfect, but it was still a great film, and the magic aspects of it were also fantastic. So in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness...
And you see, nary a single example. I think that's a problem. If you're going to smash this movie for being bad and compare it to the first movie, which you think is good, you have to have some kind of comparison. This was done well. This was done poorly. How was it done well?
How was it done poorly? Well, he's going to explain how it's done poorly, I guess.
Fantastic. So in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, what went wrong? How'd they ruin something so wonderful? Well, first, let's look at something that is near flawless.
Coming out swinging, near flawless. Oh, I would love to ask them about contracts and how they could just be modified seemingly at will and made and broken or whatever.
Hunter x Hunter. For you to fully understand what makes Doctor Strange 2 so hard to watch, you must recognize what an exceptional power system looks like. So
No, you don't. Just explain it on the merits of what the movie is. But I appreciate the explanation at the very least.
I always expect examples. That's a flaw in my character. I think that if you're speaking, especially when you're comparing two things, you should be able to explain it properly. You've got all the time in the world.
It's not like he's asking for a lot.
Yeah. Hey, this was good. What made it good? Just a simple question. All right.
So moving on to the next thing.
any further ado, let me tell you about Nen. Nen is the power system within Hunter x Hunter. It is a technique
4 says, why not he show Black Clover power system since it's based on magic like Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that
Or
would
fairy
be
tale.
a better comparison. Just magic to magic.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to compare like chakra to devil fruits. It's not the same.
that allows living beings to use and manipulate their life energy, which is usually called aura or simply Nen in the series. Nen contains 6 definitive categories, or types. These types vary between users and is established from when you are born. The categories are enhancement, transmutation, conjuration, emission,
This is not
manipulation,
bad, because
and last
by switching the scenes, like right there up at the top,
Yeah,
it's
it's
too
hard to
dark
see.
to see the emission thing. So he should have had a static, or at least there's ways that this could be improved.
I can tell you exactly how it could be improved as soon as the super
One
chat.
for all, Fall Cowling,
There we go.
Detroit Smash!
You go.
What a
You go.
coward, y'all. Thank you for the super chat.
You
Look,
go,
Doctor
man.
Strange 2 has a lot of problems. The magic is pretty low on that.
Yeah, it is a problem, but that's not. If I was to be like, "Yo, Doctor Strange sucks," and it can learn from anime, it'd be like not from the magic stuff. It'd be from storytelling, because the storytelling is quite poor.
So the way this could have been enhanced is if you have a
Jiva says, for example of a good bad mastermind, at least for me, Zagrid from Black Clover, good, and Kaguya from Naruto, bad.
There you go.
But you can say that about a lot of people in Naruto, because it was just like, hey, I'm the mastermind, and then behind him, oh, here's Toby, and then here's Pain, and then here's Obito, and then here's Madara, and then here's Zetsu, and then here's Kaguya. Everybody's got a puppet in somebody else. It stings.
If he wrote the text himself, he could just make it
JX
white at
says,
the end. But we'll
Last
just
of
keep it
US
like
21,
this.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We couldn't.
We couldn't.
What do you?
We can't get through one of those
At all? We can't go through like a solid minute.
So what you do is you make the background white, and then as he talks about enhancement, you get a like diamond shape of a character doing an enhancement technique.
A lot of things.
A lot of things could have been done better.
Specialization. Now that you have a minimal understanding of the show's power system,
No, we don't. We don't have any understanding because you didn't explain what an enhancement is. It's just text on the screen.
Yeah.
So we don't have a minimal understanding. We just know what the categories are.
We know what they're called.
There's
let us dive deep into what makes it so exceptional. Right away, the audience is told that this power system has boundaries. Right now, we aren't sure exactly of what they are.
So if Doctor Strange just went, magic has boundaries at the beginning of Doctor Strange 2, the movie would have been fine?
Mm-hmm. Because it's introduced.
Or does he mean right when we're explaining that there's boundaries? We don't know then, but we eventually start knowing.
But there's so much that's being added, though.
It's okay to be confused.
I can't even. But the thing about this is, everything has a power system where they explain it over time.
Yes.
But we got the Nin stuff, and then they start introducing contracts, and then they start introducing Nin beasts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that was never a thing back here. So it's like it's not really.
Hi Zaldonix says, I found out that you can be between categories. You can be 20% transmutation and 80% conjuration, and it's not even in the manga. It's on a wall in a museum or something. Nen sucks.
No. You can absolutely do that.
Yeah, you can like spec into other ones, and it's less effective, but it's still the thing.
That's what Gon's paper is. It's like an emitter part of it or something. And it's not good.
Ares T23 says,
T20.
wasn't there a Nen user in the manga that each time you kill her a cat Nen beast comes out her that eats the killer and then she just gets revived without any limitations?
Hey, I don't know.
That
I
sounds
just
like
know
Nen beast
of
stuff.
Nen beasts. I don't know how they're formed. I don't know how they're made. I don't know the limitations. I don't know if they have a Nen beast and then you also have a Nen ability. I don't know. I just know that they got on that ship and then it was like beasts.
Know that there is only so much this power system allows you to do. The audience is told that if you are born an enhancer, you stay an enhancer.
You can spec into other things.
Yes.
Having boundaries like this is needed because whilst writing something, characters must face problems. There must be...
But
Hey,
sure, but
okay, so,
he somebody like Kurapika goes, okay, I forget what he is, and it doesn't necessarily suit my needs, so I'm gonna make it suit my needs by conjuring. He's a conjurer. By conjuring chains, and it's like, okay, you're a conjurer, so you can conjure essentially anything. So what are the boundaries? We don't know. Is it gonna be too big, too small, too heavy?
and it's not like you can't emit. You just don't have the affinity for it like you do for conjuring.
So you can't say that we know the boundaries, because I don't know if he can emit something. If he gets just like, all right, I want my chains to be massive. Would that take longer? Can he even do it? Would that take up too much Nin? I don't know. I don't know the boundaries of that. But it's just the fact that he can just go, all right, I can conjure, so I'm going to conjure chains.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the fact that it's just like, boom, whatever I want to conjure, I can conjure. So what's the boundaries on that?
Stakes. Creating a power system that is both a tool and an obstacle allows the writer to give characters more depth. To further explain what I mean, I'll present a scenario. If I gave you a nail and a wrench and told you to put that nail into a board, you'd want a hammer. But unfortunately, you were born with a wrench. And that doesn't mean a wrench isn't...
But you can spec the wrench into an hammer.
Mm-hmm. You can add an attachment from a hammer. It won't be as good as the hammer itself,
Because you won't have the wood handle. It'll be a bit finicky, but you can
it's
still
taped
use
on
it.
or it's glued on, but you can still use it.
good for a lot of things, it just means the tool you have isn't optimal for your situation. Just like...
Has there been a situation in Hunter x Hunter where a person's ability was not optimal for whatever is going on at that current moment?
Yes, it's just sort of like it's a puzzle fight where I have this ability, you have this ability, and they're gonna clash, and then somebody's gonna fall.
In shows and movies, characters should not be given a tool that is optimal in every situation. The obstacle comes from the fact that...
But you must realize that the guy that you just showed is just like, yeah, I can activate my eyes
It's
and then
okay
get all...
to be confused.
Nobody's confused here, T23.
Cyberman Worf says, you could also get someone with a hammer to fix it.
Yeah, we're not talking about that part.
Yeah, that's... oh, I guess this...
We're going with his analogy.
But yeah.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Kurapika could just... Not Kurapika. No, Killer. No, Kurapika. I said it right.
Yeah.
Kurapika could just go, with my scarlet eyes, I could just have all the Nen types. Again, surely you must realize that somebody could just go boom and have them all.
The tool they have may not always work, and it will still be an issue of the character's ability to problem solve in certain instances.
When is that?
And again, how is this any different from any other show where, let's say in Fairy Tale, I'm a fire person. Oh no, I'm fighting a water person.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to think your way around that.
I'm an ice person and I'm fighting a fire person.
This isn't an anime exclusive thing. This isn't a Hunter x Hunter exclusive thing.
This is an elemental exclusive thing. Logius can't be hit, so how do we work around it? Well, I can put water on you and I can hit you now.
But can't you just make a contract that makes your wrench into the strongest hammer at the cost of your wrench? Yes, you can, with certain limitations.
I'm not sure how these are knocks against Doctor Strange. In Marvel movies, the rules of magic system aren't central to the plot, unlike in Hunter x Hunter. That's why it's dumb comparing soft and hard magic. Yeah, it's not like, I guess so.
Yeah, the argument is clearly going into Doctor Strange can do anything, whereas anime, specifically Hunter x Hunter, he can do anything. What can't he do?
Resurrect the dead.
He can do a lot of things.
He can't even teleport without his little device.
Ring. He can do a lot.
He can't
more.
turn back time.
He can do a lot more than the specific things that the Hunter x Hunter people
Sure.
can do.
But he can't do everything.
So that's why he's going into, in the situation where you need a hammer but you only have a wrench, you need to think your way out. But with Doctor Strange, he has enough ways to make that wrench into a feasible hammer.
But he can't conjure a hammer.
Hunter x Hunter does a great job of bridging this gap. Nen users are born as one category, however, they can learn techniques from others dependent on where it lies in relation to their natural Nen type, like shown in this chart. And if you're thinking the characters now have some amazing power for every issue they face, you'd be wrong, because once again, boundaries have been set. We as an audience are told yes, they can learn other Nen techniques, but it's gonna be really weak. Writers often underestimate.
But isn't it that it won't be as effective if a conjurer were to do it? If he were to conjure a hammer, that hammer would be weaker than a conjured hammer by the conjurer. Not that it would be weak itself.
It'd be like a boxer taking up kickboxing. Their kicks aren't going to be as strong as a natural kickboxer. But a kickboxer's punches may not be as strong as a natural straight-up boxer.
But if somebody's running away and you're like, oh no, they're far away, you could be like, I could do my 10% emission and hit their leg and have them trip and let me catch up to them. That's something that you feasibly can do if you spec into that. Stop killing Hisoka!
How important statements like that are. And I'll dive deep into that once I begin talking about Doctor Strange. Statements like this are the very thing that grounds a show. And doing this is as easy as making one character say to another that something they want to do is not possible. No overly complex answer is needed. Simply stating that a certain action or ability is not possible is enough. The audience will assume that
What was told in Hunter x Hunter that wasn't possible?
Yeah.
I wish he would just say examples of
Yeah.
things and just that instead of just saying, because it's
I don't know
clear
what
he's
he's talking
talking to an audience that may not know Hunter x Hunter. So it would be nice to get these examples of things instead of
Yeah.
the audience is just told these things.
Because he had to specifically go, here are the different types of nin, but now he's just going, yeah, they're told that you can't do something. Why are they told that? What's the situation? How do they overcome that?
Is just out of the boundaries of what the power system grants a user to do. And I do want to praise Togashi's writing because he does an excellent job breaking down every minute detail of Nen. One could
No, he
still
doesn't.
Contracts, please.
Contracts.
Please.
Can you have two contracts? That one that negates the other.
What is the basis to forming a contract? Is it a Super Saiyan type situation where there's enough of an emotional break to where the contract can now be formed? Because I can't really see Kurapika going through such an emotional break for a contract instead of just going, I really want this thing. So do you just like will it into existence? And then what is the thing that governs your contract? Is it just your internal aura taking place, your internal nin that governs it? That says you're making a contract with your own body and spirit?
Does it take into account, say you're drunk and you try to make a contract? Would that take into account?
Would that be allowed? But it wouldn't even matter because you could modify it. Can you cancel a contract?
What's the canceling of a contract? Can you be in a fight like, all right, I'm in a fight with a fire person. In exchange for taking 2 times the amount of lightning damage, I will be immune to fire. And then once that fire person is done, can you be like, all right, now I'm fighting a lightning person. In exchange for taking 3 times the amount of earth damage, I'm going to be immune to lightning. Can you do that? Nobody can say that you can or can't based upon the manga or the anime. Basically, I don't know. Maybe there's a Nin beast that could do that. Is there a Nin god or just a pool of energy like magic or chakra? It's an internal thing because Kurapika was just like, yeah, I wanted to do the chain thing and I did it.
Yes, people can make 2 contracts. Crollo has several handicaps on Skill Hunter. No. Those are handicaps on the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that in exchange for several other, other limitations, I can now hold. I don't have to hold my books anymore, because it used to be like I have to hold my books in order to do this. Then he was just like, now I don't have to hold my book. So was it modified or was it canceled?
And a new one created.
At that point. We don't know that.
Do you guys prefer a story in which they explore interesting ideas but fall flat in areas, or a story that doesn't try anything special and does it in an average or forgettable way? Hold on. For me, it's 1. I mean, if it's average or if it's forgettable, I'd rather something grab my interest than something being forgettable.
Yeah, it'd be more interesting to talk about it if it is indeed bad. Or average. Average is something that's not very good, but if it's bad, then we can talk about it.
Detroit Smash!
Yeah, but you talked over his
good.
Terrible. If that's the case, why spec in other types of Nin besides your natural type? It just sounds like you're wasting time trying to do something that will be flatly weak than the guy next door. Thank you for the super chat, Soul. Because there are times where you'll want to emit something. Because Gon does it, and he uses it to his advantage. But even then, if it's so weak that it's not effective in any way, why not just take the emit hit? Not related, but I like Yu Yu Hakusho way more than Hunter x Hunter. I only watch the anime for both. I love Yu Yu. I hate Hunter x Hunter. What's the point of a contract if it can be canceled?
Yeah.
That's why we're asking if it can. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Hope.
In what way can it be canceled? What's the process to cancel one? Because if you could just go into any battle and just new contracts per that battle, oh man, this person is emitter. I will not take damage from emissions. I will have a shield that absorbs all damage. I'm gonna conjure that. So what's the process for canceling them or modifying them or anything? And even if it was, it's just like, oh, you can have multiples of them. How does one override another?
Last of Us T23.
Stop!
Do you guys even like Nia? I very much like the idea of Nia. I don't like the implementation of Nia because there's too much. You know what? I don't even know if I don't like the implementation as much as I don't like the praise it gets based on the implementation. It's very much a Batman situation where I feel like I would hate Batman a lot less if he wasn't praised for a bunch of stupid shit.
I liked Nin before contracts were introduced. Before
Contracts really hurt.
It's just like, yep, that makes sense. There's a bunch of different things. You are this thing. You can spec into others, but it will be weaker than a person that could do it at 100%. Makes 100% sense. Oh, there's contracts, and you could just go in exchange for all of the Nin that I will ever have. I'm gonna be Big Punch. Well, what does that mean? All the Nin that you have right now, your full potential 100%, or does that mean, or does it take into account future things like if you had more teachers or something like that? These things is just like, well, what does that mean?
Nin is underexplored when it really matters.
It's super matters. But like I said, this baseline classroom, sit down, here's an admission, fine.
Yeah.
No real issues with that. It's really once we just go into the contract stuff. And I would like for them to talk about the contract stuff because that really hurts the Hunter x Hunter stuff.
DA, you must become one of us.
No.
DA, join us worshiping Last of Us 21 and Goku T23.
Y'all meme about Last of Us 21, but ain't nobody bumping that.
Nobody. There's nobody. I truly believe in my heart of heart. There's no one seriously asking for a Last of Us 21 stream. Truly believe in my heart of hearts.
One could still argue that some abilities are beyond or maybe outside the boundaries of Nen, but in reality, the most important thing is that those abilities don't result in plot holes.
So it's fine if it still has it as long as there's no plot hole.
Yeah.
So now you have to explain the plot holes of magic in Doctor Strange since you want to bring this up.
Mm-hmm. You need to showcase an example of somebody who doesn't fit into something, but it doesn't create a plot hole. What do you mean by that? Don't just introduce something like that and do nothing with it, unless you're going to do something with it in the next sentence, which I believe in you because you're a human and you have a video and you know what you're doing.
Contracts are a great idea, but they are not sufficiently explained in this series.
And
Yes,
that's
I feel
the
like
biggest
they
idea.
could be
That's
great.
the biggest issue.
I hate how different types of Nin users being stronger to other types was never showcased in battle, especially that we don't know more than half the users' actual types. 10-minute Last of Us T23 stream, 6 a.m. No. The Last of Us 21, no. When we do a Goku T23 stream, there will be face cam. I need Goku T23 for my soul, or your soul does not exist because it's not happening.
Creating rules is a perfect solution to this problem. In a movie, you might only have limited time to go over a power system, but spending 10 minutes to give reasons on why something can or cannot happen can stop 90% of plot holes from occurring.
No, what does he think a plot hole is?
Yeah.
Not explaining that I can do something and then doing it is not a plot hole.
Yeah, it doesn't contradict anything that was previously established.
The only thing you can think of is Doctor Strange, his power is limitless because they don't explain his limit. So why isn't he using his limitless power to defeat this foe?
Characters in Hunter x Hunter never just level up. There is always an explanation before or after that explains why that character is able to achieve something.
Why did Gon beat Pito?
Because he just leveled up. There is an explanation, but is it a good enough explanation?
Is there even an explanation?
Yeah, I made a contract with myself.
Who said that?
That's what it was.
No, but who said that?
Gon did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he said in exchange for all the Nin that I will ever have, I'll be able to do this.
Okay.
And that's the contract. To be stamped, signed and sealed.
You could say Dragon Soul hard. No. I wonder if he's seen either of the Hunter x Hunter movies.
Y'all, if you have not seen, especially that second one, I implore you. It will. You see Hunter x Hunter fans don't talk about that, all right? That's all I'm saying about that.
I think his mistake of character using the magic bat in Doctor Strange 2 with the bad magic system. The magic is more or less fine. They just use it poorly.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be periodically comparing Nan to Doctor Strange? This has become a Hunter x Hunter Wake video. You have that in Doctor Strange.
Man,
Nah, we don't believe
and
that.
then over in Naruto, we got Dark Chakra and Dark Medical Ninjutsu.
What is that?
Just slap dark on whatever. Watch the movies and you'll find out.
I shan't.
Oh, what? You're a coward.
Do you want to do that Naruto thing for Bad Movie Day since it's already recorded?
What Naruto thing?
You guys watched the Naruto movie through the Discord, and you never did anything with it.
Oh, it's too hard.
How so?
There's too many people.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I didn't have separate recordings and stuff back then. The setup I have now, which is mwah.
My rating for Across is 10. 10 out of 10.
Mine is 8. Maybe it'll go up a little bit. Maybe it'll go down a little bit.
BG's a bum.
2 examples.
Dark Gear 5 Luffy.
Achieve something. 2 examples are when Gon made a Nen contract, which gave him the power to kill Pito. Although in doing this, he nearly kills himself, as well as Kurapika's.
Nope, not even.
And do you?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? Why can you do that in the middle of battle and just get an incredible power boost? At any point in time, anybody can do anything like that. Why didn't Chairman Netero do that against Meruem? Why didn't you just go up? I'll just burn out my entire Nen supply.
All my life's and then if his heart stops anyway, who gives a shit?
Yeah, because
then
it's
it's gonna
go
blow
boom.
up.
Why didn't he do that? Now that this is on the table, that this is a possibility,
Why didn't
everybody?
Plot holes? Plot holes?
If we're talking about plot holes.
I wonder if they thought about doing dark spiritual pressure for Bleach.
Oh, you know they did.
Dark hockey, dark people,
Well,
dark devil fruits.
Ability. He can only use it when his eyes turn scarlet, and it shortens his lifespan greatly. Within all this,
but that's not a Nen ability. That's
No.
a thing from the Scarlet Eye clan people.
One thing that remains is the limitations characters must face in order to achieve their goals. Yet the same can't be said with Doctor
Pause.
Strange.
Finally,
So once we go to Crollo versus Hisoka, Crollo goes, I have another limitation that's troublesome, but now I can use both hands plus multiple of different abilities. He doesn't say what those limitations were.
Yeah.
It's not showcased in that battle. So for all intents and purposes, it don't matter. It don't exist.
dark chakra,
Dark
dark stance.
Dark
I can
chakra.
see dark stance.
Dark chakra is a thing.
And the Multiverse of Madness. The biggest problem this movie faced was Wanda. The writers essentially gave her endless abilities. And don't you dare say it was because of the Darkhold, because we will get into why her endless abilities are problematic. Doctor Strange and Wong are also
But that if they're problematic, it still doesn't explain why you couldn't say the Darkhold.
victims of this, so let's start with them. One thing that is very prevalent is inconsistencies with how Strange and Wong go about utilizing their powers. A perfect example is the use of a sling ring, the single most overpowered weapon in Marvel. We've seen the sling ring used in a variety of different ways, more than a mode of transportation, that is. The first time we see it used as a weapon is actually in Avengers Infinity War, when Wong uses
Chris
it
the
to
Chunk
cut off...
says, curses from Fairy Tale. Never forget that, y'all.
Oh, there's so much. They just, once something goes on for too long, they just like, whatever, curses, sure.
Actually in Avengers Infinity War, when Wong uses it to cut off the arm of Cull Obsidian. This is a great example of the Mystic Arts. However, when else do they use such an incredible ability? You guessed it, never.
What ability is he talking about?
Cut off people's arms with the sling ring.
The guy tried to teleport behind them. They use it all the time
Yeah.
to teleport. The main point of it is to teleport.
But he's saying that they don't use it in that specific aspect.
To do what? Cut people's arms off? They would have to go through it.
Yeah. They would have to create a sling, push them, and then close it on their whatever. Well, let's hear some examples.
Doctor Strange has thrown a sweeping portal. If you consider the endless combat possibilities this gives sorcerers, you will be blown away. Imagine, just for a second, how powerful you'd be if you were able to dismember your opponents as easily as throwing a portal and closing it to decapitate them.
Pause. Okay, you're simply saying that why doesn't Doctor Strange do these things?
Yes. Why don't a bunch of hunters create contracts?
Yes. Basically, with any power system, especially when you have like 10 abilities, you have to ask, why aren't they using the best possible ability at any point in time?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a fair criticism, absolutely.
But why didn't he have this problem with Doctor Strange 1?
Yeah. If this is... Because we can't explain that.
Put it like that, it seems pretty strong, hey? Not only that,
It's okay to be confused.
I am very confused.
Their sling ring to send back the Maw's attack. And when would that have been helpful? Oh right, using it to send back all of Wanda's attacks at the Carmartage.
Pause.
You mean when she threw rocks and he had to protect like 13 people?
And then what happens? She just blocks them. Because she has shields and stuff. Why would she not be able to block this if you're going, she got too many abilities?
What a crazy thought!
That would have been smart, right? Yes, it would have been smart.
Okay, so can they send the Darkhold energy back at Wanda instead of nebulous
Angel
rocks?
Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
What's more, a character writing problem, not a magic one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, Soul. I don't see...
Nami the Goat says, have y'all read the new My Hero chapter NGLIM sick of Todoroki being the new MC?
We can talk about that a little bit later if you're
It was not a good
if
chapter.
you so like.
But if the characters actually use their brains, the movie would be over.
This is writing in general, if you want to do this. Why are the villains just killing them right now? Why is it this character doing this? This is not a Marvel problem. This is a storytelling problem because it happens also in Hunter x Hunter.
Again, if we're going to talk about simply why didn't this character do this, Hisoka knew he had a little sibling that can do basically anything all of this time. Not Hisoka. Why did I say Hisoka? Killua had a sibling that could do basically anything all this time. Why was it only introduced near the end? Oh no, there's a bunch of people shooting up the... we need this game.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the game. Make a new game. They can do anything. So long as it's a wish. Why was it only introduced now? Can they make him stronger? If they can heal. I am cooked! No.
This can be problematic because you make a character who, from their abilities, is overpowered. Yet, when you think of Doctor Strange, not many would think to themselves that he is overpowered. That is because the writers are not diligent. Multiple times they create an ability that could give our heroes a huge upper hand in fights, just for it to be forgotten by the writers. Going down a path like this is dangerous because it puts you in a habit of
What ability is he talking about besides the teleport thing?
thing.
But again, that happened in part 1, and it is a problem that happens in a lot of
T23
stuff.
says, the lifespan lose is an restriction of Emperor time, not just tied to Scarlet Eyes.
There you go. And again, this is a absolutely valid criticism, but you can't praise Hunter x Hunter when it does the same thing you're criticizing.
sacrificing consistency in order to get a cool, jaw-dropping display of power. In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it is done so carelessly. Suddenly, Strange has an arsenal of abilities that he utilizes at the start of the movie, just to never use them again. Not only is there no explanation...
When is he meant to use a saw blade against Wanda?
What abilities are you talking about? And when could they better be used? Those are the questions you need to answer. Don't be like, yeah, he got a bunch of things. Yes, he does have a bunch of things. For whatever situation that you think is bad, that's the thing that he thought was best in that situation. We could talk about it if you had an example.
How he got these newfound abilities, but also why he can't use them again, or just chooses not to. The worst example of this is without a doubt when he changes the state of matter of the bus that America is in at the beginning of the movie. The possibility a power like that has are once again endless. No rules, no boundaries. This is a great time to bring...
I don't know what he...
The beginning of the movie.
What matter did it change into? Or did he just like deconstruct the bus?
Yeah, I don't know what he did here. So I can't say why doesn't he use it other times. I don't know if it could be done on humans, if it's specifically metal. I don't know what he did here. That's a problem.
No
Absolutely.
rules, no
but
boundaries.
Again, if you're talking about no rules and no boundaries, we got to talk about contracts. And the man just did, boom, I want this in the middle of a battle.
This is a great time to bring up hard magic and soft
He has to
magic.
make hand movements for those.
A
Pretty sure
hard
you have
magic
to open a mirror world for that.
System has definitive rules and limitations that are thoroughly explained through a show or movie, such as Hunter x Hunter, whereas a soft magic system has undefined parameters, like Doctor Strange. I'm not saying soft magic is bad, because Harry Potter is a great example of soft magic being...
Harry Potter's magic system is terrible. Can we stop this? There are legitimately 7 worthwhile spells. It is a horrible power system.
Yeah, if he's talking about why don't they use this in certain situations, Accio Wand. There's not really a Protego for that. Why don't they use that in all the situations?
They locked up, they petrified Neville. Why aren't there more petrifications?
Lord of the Rings would be a better example. It is explained a little.
done right. Although, if your magic system is used to give characters a buff that would benefit them in any situation they face, now it is troublesome. It becomes so much easier to grade...
You can't say that while you're showing Gone doing that exact thing.
Because if you can just go, I want all the nin that I will ever use in my entire life for this one moment. Why can't you just go, I want all the nin that I can ever use and I'm going to die at 40?
Hey, Dutch, they had time travel in Harry Potter. And guess what? They went, oh no.
Oh, whoops.
The time magic was right there and now it exploded and it's over forever.
Yep, that's what it did. Sorry.
Because then you have to go, why are mother just turning back time to douche?
But the whole thing about that is, because it happens, that means that you did do it. So, it's not, there is always just a big circle. It never not happened. It always happened this way. So if nobody comes back in time, that means that nobody went back in time that first time in order to start this stuff up. Why didn't they do it for Voldemort? Because nobody did it for Voldemort. Shut up. Yes, it is a big problem. Because they should always have a time. Somebody should always... Aurors should always have a time turner on them. It's like, whoops.
At least the, guard of the Minister of Magic should have time turners. At least the Minister of Magic should have a time turner. Wait, why didn't they use it against Voldemort before it was gone? Because they didn't use it before. Because if they did, Voldemort wouldn't be here.
Yep.
So it didn't exist.
You got to do it. You know, it always happened because it didn't happen.
Time turners are by the administrator. If I remember correctly, they're illegal. They signed off for Hermione so she could study more.
Yeah, it is a form that you need to
provide. Legitimately, she put in a form and they went and probed.
And then she just went, nah, I don't want this no more. Gave it back. Them boys ain't illegal.
You can't talk to me about soft magic and Harry Potter being amazing when it's trash.
Them boys ain't illegal at all. Them boys is just like, here you go.
Plethora of plot holes, because previous logic goes against the flow of a character's actions. Hard magic puts much needed limitations in a story, even if that means sacrificing a little bit of runtime to explain something that is nonsensical. Wanda has so many abilities that are outrageously strong. Instead of diving deep into them,
and I guess Dr. Saiyan was just gonna shoot them back at her.
I'll just say them rapid fire. teleportation through shadows, teleportation through reflections, accelerated healing, the
Okay,
ability to...
but you're showing her do these things. And you need to showcase a situation where it would have been advantageous for her to heal and she didn't. For her to travel through a mirror where she didn't.
disintegrate people as well as matter, the ability to seal Black Bolt's mouth. What the hell am I watching? And that's just to list a few. If you want more nitpicking, go watch Mahler's video on it. The writers gave Wanda an ability...
Wait, nitpicking? Do you think that you're nitpicking, or do you think that you're issuing valid criticisms that hurt a story?
Every time she faced an issue, and because of that, we got a terrible ending. You can't kill someone who is infinitely powerful, so it forced them to make an ending that caused the villain to reflect on their actions and say to themselves, wow, I really am a monster. It is just...
What's the problem with that ending?
And how can you not kill somebody who's infinitely powerful? If somebody had a gun right now, are you telling me that the bullet would evaporate? She would have to cause it to evaporate. She could be taken off guard.
She has control over reality. Ultron told us this.
Just painfully lackluster. It would have been so much better if they would have just said, using the Darkhold drains your life energy, or anything that...
And then she just dies? That would have been better than her reflecting on her actions and going, I was a terrible person? Because she is just a mentally broken person thanks to the death of her husband, love interest?
No, she gets her goal and then she just dies. And then the end.
That shows the audience Wanda isn't invincible. And there could have actually been a battle at the climax of the film. Unfortunately, they have dug themselves so deep into a magic system that has no boundaries or rules, that at this point, statements may not be enough to solve the issues they've created. I personally think the best course of action is just making all the characters use creative techniques in order to defend against all the incredible abilities they have given the sorcerers.
No, but then that's always the situation of, why didn't they use this instead of this?
Cameron, we're not saying they handled Wanda well.
Oh, no.
We're saying that her just dying in the middle of a fight because her life energy is drained is not a better ending than her reflecting on her actions.
Yeah.
Based on what she always wanted, children.
Make no mistake, this movie bad.
It's a really bad movie.
But I think it is.
The problem was she is sad about her ex dying, but she doesn't want to go to a world where he lives but where kids does.
That is a problem. That is a big problem. But he's talking more about magic stuff. He goes, the biggest problem is in magic stuff. It's like, no, that's kind of a problem. But yeah, the whole thing about that whole her
dying or getting her kids or
no, what Cameron said. The ending stuff. Yeah, it's a better ending for her to be like, dang, I was wrong. I'm a good person. I was just taken over instead of just going, ha ha ha, I'm the most, and she just dies because her life's energy was sapped. And this is the time where it's gone down to zero.
Essentially just embracing the chaos they've caused. I genuinely hope Marvel gets their act together because it's honestly disappointing how they continue to ruin a great franchise.
No, look, I wouldn't give a about the way the magic was implemented if the story and the characters around it were good. That would be the least of my worries. The way magic is used is not in my top 3 reasons of why I dislike this movie.
But you must realize that it's not just anime that has the hard or soft magic rule or whatever in terms of powers and their abilities and their limitations and stuff.
It's the story itself.
It's Marvel does this. You don't see Black Panther breathing fire. We know what he can do. You don't see Thor in shooting ice beams. We know what he can do. It's just that this person can do a lot of things. We see him
and get pieced up still.
And get pieced up. But yeah, we see him like studying and stuff. Stop it!
In his defense, the end feels unearned. Absolutely. Look, we're not defending the end. We're not defending this movie.
No.
We're calling him out for hypocrisy and being wrong about things.
We're not defending this movie. We're attacking his ending of his movie.
Yes. The end feels unearned. She minutes ago killed the man with the kid. I hope that Wanda made it go evil so fast. It would have been better to make the Illuminati the first people she killed. A lot of things would have been better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you wanted to go that route, WandaVision should have been her descent into madness instead of just like at the end of it, oh, I'm over here and I got the
Raul
dark
Di Mano
hole.
says, one for all, full cowling, Detroit HxH.
Stop.
Detroit Smash. Thank you for the super chat, Soul. Yeah. We don't like the stop putting this on us. We don't like the Wanda movie.
Hunter x Hunter or Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, go watch them and tell me what you think in the comments below. Anyways, if you like the video, like the video.
How
and if you
old
want to
is
see
this
me
video?
talk about an overpowered character done the right way, check out my One Punch Man video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to
7 months.
subscribe.
7 months ago.
It's like an 8. He did not really. It's just the last.
Thank you for this.
Bless.
Cowling, Detroit Smash!
Thank you for the super chat, Isaiah. Say something.
Or just stop.
Or
'Cause
just stop.
I hate the fear that I have to take off my headphones. It makes me mad.
Blame the person that introduced the cringe. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's like an 8. 7.5, maybe.
Explain yourself,
You
more
baby.
with types of things. The fact that he watched a Mauler video, and Mauler is extensive at explaining himself. I will never say that Mauler does not explain.
Whether you
himself.
agree or disagree.
whether you disagree,
Whether you think it's good or bad.
whatever the case, you cannot be like, what does he mean by this?
Overly explained.
I don't see how you can see that and see all the stuff that he does and then just go, this is, and move on. Doctor Strange 1 did it good. Okay. Salad. The salad bar.
The salad bar. Description boys for the brilliance of Hunter x Hunter's Nin. And what other series can learn from it. Oh no, that face did not look good.
I saw one word.
Iconic.
Nope. It's a
Thematic.
Sawboy feel. We're gonna get that. Discussions around power systems and power scalings are prevalent in a lot of anime. But what helps make a power system robust and important,
No way.
and why Hunter x Hunter's
Oh, shit.
Nin system is a great example. Yeah, he's calmed down on robust because people were making fun of him.
Yeah, no, he had to. Oh, dude, he was a soft monster about Street Fighter. Oh,
Great. Yeah, this is Salad's second channel.
the one where he does, I guess, video essays about things as opposed to just what if. content.
Here's hoping that he can.
no.
Maybe this is his forte. Maybe we'll look at
Mayhaps
Salad.
this is the cook.
Mayhaps we may finally get a meal where we're like, you know what, Salad? I don't necessarily agree with you, but you was spit.
This isn't what I wanted to eat, but I can't deny the food was good.
This is his first video on his channel.
Oh,
His first real video.
oh.
His first video is called Salad Chef. So he himself was cooking.
Let's get into it.
There's one major aspect of many different manga and anime that, for better or for worse, garners more discussion than the story itself sometimes. Power scaling.
He not being Goku!
And alongside that, something that's just as important is the power system at the root of all that scaling. Different series will take different approaches to how strong their characters are and where their powers actually come from. Some series will
Salad Saiyan Summer, get that out of here.
Oh, it's too hot for that.
take
We
inspiration
can't allow anybody to cook right now. It's too hot.
where it actually come from. Some series will take inspiration from the real world, using spiritual ideas like Dragon Ball's Ki. Although that gets pretty
Master
crazy
Jinx
out.
says, you don't cook salad, so why would you expect salad to cook?
You know what?
That's a great point.
But
See, because
what does DBZ take from real world in terms of Ki, other than the fact that Ki exists? It's not, and you can manipulate Ki in certain aspects, like people walking on beds of nails and stuff like that.
Or there was people generating heat from their hand, that type of thing.
But outside of stuff like that, if you take away the term Ki and just name it chakra, essentially nothing changes about DBZ.
Ki, chi, chakra, will, spirit.
Ki. Although that gets pretty crazy, obviously, because there's no martial artist out there turning their hair blue or whatever. Then there's a bunch of series that have unique power depending on the user.
It blinks. It blinks. I never needed to know it blinks.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
Why is that all it does? Why the thumbs up? That's not really...
The Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
I don't understand the posing here.
Think of Jujutsu Kaisen's curses, Chainsaw Man's devils, My Hero Academia's quirks, or even just the powers that people have in One Punch Man. But power systems can often be used for more than just displaying how strong someone is. And usually they are actually used this way, but that doesn't automatically mean
His editor is good.
every series is using a power system well. And even if they are using it well, how well thought out is it in the first place? What other stuff is...
If you can make this character blink, why wouldn't you have the lips flap?
That's too much.
What's the difference between blinking?
Because you blink, you loop a blink, but here you gotta match lip flaps.
You don't even gotta do that if you want to be lazy about it.
Well, if you're gonna be lazy about it, why even do it at all?
Hey, that's a great question. Why is he blinking?
the series does it extend to? Does it feel like it actually belongs in the world? And that's exactly why I chose this specific power system to talk about today.
But what
wait,
system
what system?
doesn't feel
Yeah.
like it belongs in the world?
The world is shaped around whatever system it inhabits.
Oh, Salad, no, go back. What are you doing? Don't just say that.
One that constantly takes precedence in the story. One that is continuously built upon. And not just in ways that make the character stronger, but built upon in the sense that it feels like it's crucial to the series. And when this system is built
How are
upon...
NIMBYs crucial to the series?
How are contracts crucial to the series?
Why did we need contracts? Why couldn't it just be, oh, this muff is sitting in front of a door and we can't go through the door because he's pressuring us?
The series itself is built upon. Of course, this isn't the only system treated like that, but I feel like it's one of the most notable and one of the best examples of how to do power systems right. In case you couldn't tell by the title, I'm referring to Hunter x Hunter's Nen system. So this video is not going to be going into specifics about how the system works and explaining it. Rather, this is just an overview of why it works as well as it does, and what I think other series
Hey,
can learn
I
from.
appreciate you.
Consider this me
Salad.
focusing on the context and narrative use of the power system rather than focusing on the actual mechanics of it and trying to explain to you how it works.
I
will
appreciate
briefly cover it though because I do feel that's important, because it shows that there's a robust system in
appreciate
place.
it.
I have a few different sections of this video. First is a brief overview of the mechanics. Second is how it affects characterization. The third section is focused on how it affects world building. And the fourth section is about how other series can learn from it. So
Oof, you got 4 things.
Hey, you got what, 5 minutes to explain 4 things?
Salad. That's a lot of stuff.
with that said, section 1. One of my favorite aspects about Nen is that there's not just one
You should not use this fight when you start talking about mechanics of things. Thank you for the super chat. So, question: any Power Wash simulator is fun?
Angel Essence Goku,
Angel
Dragon
Essence
Instinct Goku,
Good.
Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct
Either
Goku.
they're getting or they got a SpongeBob.
Collaboration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that looks fun.
I enjoy the simulator games, but I usually just buy them when they're on deep discount.
type of it. There's multiple different types of Nen users, and there's different aspects that go beyond that as well. Different mechanics that go into the system itself. So as you all probably know, there's different types of Nen users. Enhancers, transmuters, conjurers, specialists, manipulators, and emitters. It's a nice little variety, basically giving us different categories of Nen and how it can be used. This is a great way to make it so the power doesn't stagnate. It opens up new...
Pause.
The power wouldn't stagnate. Do you feel that Naruto's power stagnated?
Yes. The only real thing that you can talk about in terms of power stagnation is DBZ.
And that's because they're not really using their ki in any special way. Like, there's no difference between a death ray from Frieza, a Gallic gun from Vegeta, or a spirit bomb from Goku.
It's all just really
Big
just
balls of
attacks.
energy.
And I said this before in the comment. I said if Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 2 against Cell, how would that fight be different? What can he do that Gohan couldn't do?
Or
Not
vice
really
versa.
too much that we could talk about there. And if we're talking about a 30-plus-year-old man fighting the exact same, a 30-plus-year-old man who's gone through several different experiences, who's grown up differently, who's been
Raised to be a fighter.
Who's only really got this power boost within the last couple of years, versus a child who's been training for, let's say, 4 or 5 years all up. and they fighting essentially the exact same, that's a problem. If we can't notice any real tangible differences, Vegeta will throw out a lot more blasts. But that's essentially it. But would he if he's on the upper hand? Because he didn't really do that against second form Cell.
Imperfect Cell.
So I can't even say that he would really even do that. Both of them were very cocky and mocking their opponent and taking it slow and torturing them. So again, what would be the difference if Vegeta went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell? That's what we need to talk about here.
But there would be a difference if Sasuke fought Neji. There would be a difference in that fight.
No two members of the Straw Hat crew fight the same, but we don't need a label on it to be like, okay, here it is, so it doesn't get stagnant. I don't think Hunter x Hunter needs this anyway. If we didn't have this and other people, and people just went, bah, boom,
here's my technique,
that'd be fine. Because something like the lion who was just like, if you give me a favor and you owe me, I can take your ability or whatever. I don't know what he is, and it doesn't matter what he is. He just has an ability.
Is he an enhancer, a manipulator, a specialist?
I don't even think that we've seen the sword dude's nin ability in the Phantom Troop.
You might be right.
But twisty arm, where you twist his arm and he's just like, okay, every time I twist my arm, my punch
big wind up.
Yeah. What is he? Does it matter? It really doesn't.
Enhancer, I'd say.
If you say so. But what does that do other than this is just his ability?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it really enhances anything to be like, yes, here's all these things.
I should let you know I'm an enhancer. Okay, how does that change the fight?
Abilities of how Nen can be used. Since ideas can be taken from any types of these categories, and there can be a creative aspect applied to make it more interesting. It's not just going to be this person is physically stronger than the next person. No.
You're talking Dragon Ball.
Yeah. You're talking about just people having different abilities. Naruto, people have different abilities. That's fine. Yu, people have different abilities. Why are you praising this like this is the only thing that has different abilities in different fights? It's not.
Of course, that does play a role in it, but let's say there's someone physically strong as an enhancer. Maybe there's someone who's a stronger conjurer that can completely overcome that power. It's not just...
Maybe. But where is this?
Yeah, what?
Where is this?
Where's the like a conjurer versus a conjurer fight?
The possibility is there,
yeah,
but we never see it.
So what does it matter?
So what does it matter if it's not explored?
They both conjure a really big hammer and start beating each other. But, like, one person's hammer breaks as it clashes to the other person's hammer. I guess they were just a stronger conjurer? Whatever that means? Hey, Salad Saiyan! What does that mean to be a stronger person in your field than another person? How is an emitter stronger than another emitter? What do you have to do to become stronger in your emission fields?
Yeah, how do you gain emission? Drive a car, I guess. Badoom tish. I guess it could let you know he might be keeping other physical abilities secret, but he likely isn't hiding a ranged ability. Okay, you can say that, but why would they speak their ability out loud to begin with? Every time I wind up, my punch gets stronger. It's just gonna go, okay, he's an enhancer then. You can glean what they are if they're gonna tell you their ability, or you see their ability. I assume you're an emitter.
Nen makes no sense. Anyone can use it. Literal jobbers become stronger than the strongest guy. It's ridiculous. Kahlua is really strong. Regular serial killer on Greed Island. All right, bet I'm a cook.
I'm a cook.
Yeah, anybody can just become stronger than anybody and just boom.
Yeah, especially contracts. That's real bad. Before Nia and Gon used to fight with a fishing rod, Hisoka used tricks and cards. Killua used yo-yo. Kurapika had his sword things. I think those are pretty varied, even without Nia.
And we don't need a hard, hey, this is what is called and spec into this thing to be like, here are people who can use varied abilities, and it's a good thing.
Of course he's talking about Dragon Ball. He is a Dragon Ball dude. What other frame of reference does he have?
But if you're going to talk about Dragon Ball like this, why are you a Dragon Ball person when Dragon Ball, most of the time, just comes down to the fight? And if you're just
being stronger.
Piccolo versus 17. Good fight, but they're just punching and blasting. And then Piccolo goes, oh, we're about even, but I'm losing power because they're an android. Again, pop in a strong Vegeta who's equal to Android 17. What changes? going to be different blasts, absolutely. But can he not do the light grenade? How is the light grenade special that Vegeta can't use it?
Some
he could
variation of it.
Yeah, he could feasibly do something like that. So it's not really different. I think did Piccolo stretch in that? I don't think he stretched in that fight.
That comes into play here, there's other aspects. And that also brings to mind the different principles of Nen. There's the 4 principles that were explored: Ten, Zetsu, Ren, and Hatsu, and then all the other techniques that go alongside those, mainly applying to people individually. Now I can make a whole video explaining all this stuff, but like I said, that's not what I'm here for. The point of me bringing this up is the fact that it makes the system feel so robust. And whenever we see someone training with Nen, it feels like we're part of it. We're learning the actual different aspects of it. We're not just told, oh, they did some training and now they know how to use it. No, we actually see the different aspects of Nen that they learn.
No, but what about the time where Killua just goes, I'm going to run into a room and then come out with lightning powers? He just went, all right, let's figure out our abilities. Zip, zip. There we go. What about when Kurapika just went, yeah, I just wanted chains, and then I got chains, and then I wrapped this around my heart. Yeah,
did we see Gon create rock, paper, scissors?
No. We saw the Greed Island stuff where it's like, all right, focus your thing into the thing and then do that. Absolutely, that's a level up stuff. But when you're talking about the abilities that are primarily used in battles, they ran into a room and came out with the thing. Robust.
Users can make it apply to themselves. Speaking of that, the next section is about how characterization affects Nen, and also the inverse in a way. As I kind of said before, this is
No.
exclusive to Hunter x Hunter. There are a lot of series that have powers that are based on the actual users themselves, like My Hero Academia, for example. Some quirks reflect the actual personalities of the people having those.
You could say some things reflect some people in everything.
Yes.
Quirks. But I think Nen really excels at doing this. Besides the fact that Nen varies by person.
Pause. Kite. How does his name?
Yeah, choke on it. Choke on it, bitch.
It's too spicy, his cooking. How does his Nen ability inform his
he
character?
used pepper.
How does his Nen ability inform his character? Netero, how does his Nen ability of a big old Buddha inform his character? Bankruptcy.
Chapter 11.
How? In
Knuckle.
what way? Gone. He's childish, so he uses rock, paper, scissors. Fine.
Kurapika, how does it his personality? Lightning.
It's okay to be confused.
I am very confused.
Nen
How
feels
Pito's design changed mid Chimera Ant. Yeah, I did a little bit.
Kurapika explained how he got the chains. We see bits of it also and why he chose the chains. It wasn't random.
We saw it after the fact. He came up and was just like, I did this. I got the chains. Or maybe we did see a little bit of him doing it.
But the chains are a contract, so...
No. The heart thing. The chains are just the contract.
Yeah. You're right. Kurapika spent a lot of time. Okay, I guess we're just wrong about Kurapika at least.
Twine with who the person is. Someone's Nen ability goes in line with their personality. But
Master
it's not
Jinx says, if you replace Piccolo with Chaozu, you would actually have a different and more interesting fight, so no wonder Tori doesn't use him. That might make the fights entertaining.
Well then, that's all we needed there.
on the nose. It's good enough where it feels fitting and natural, but it's not too extremely over the top like, let's use My Hero Academia again, Bakugo. Someone whose quirk is so obviously very intertwined with his personality. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, I'm just saying I like how Nen does it. The ability fits the user, and it doesn't feel like the character was created to suit the power. Rather,
How does it fit the character? Okay, do all abilities just fit characters because they utilize their abilities?
Yeah, I don't understand the Bakugo thing. Is there a point where it fits to such a T that it becomes sort of, I guess he's going to go on this kind of pandering of just like, this fits way too well based upon his personality, explosions, and being such a loud, boisterous person.
the power was suited to fit the character, which is a good way to do it. The character comes first, and the power should be built around them rather than the other way around.
How do you know how it was built on either My Hero or this?
What does lightning have to do with his personality? We understand that he got tortured in the lightning stuff. I mean, the electricity stuff. But what does that have to do with his personality?
Who he is as a person.
I guess like he's owning the torture.
Again, that's not a personality. We
Oh,
discussed
yeah.
this
Yeah.
literally this morning.
Yeah, we did. A lot of stuff happened between then and now.
And on the topic of individuality, Nen is something that's not really exclusive, but it's not easily obtainable by everyone either. It's still a pretty mysterious...
All of the Chimera ants unlocked it.
Because it just rocks up and just like, pink. What person? I wish you would have explained how people's personalities equal good Nin abilities. Because it's just like, no, they just do though. Like who? How does Lion Man feel like you owe me? What does that have to do with Salad? You can't be one of these people that's not explaining.
System in the grand scheme of things, at least for the average person. It's ever expanding. It's not just a power limited to a certain group of people, but it's also exclusive enough where it's not just going to be everyone having it, where it feels special. It's a nice balance. Exclusivity, mystery, but still obtainable.
How does it feel special if everybody who's we're fighting against has it?
Yeah. There's not like a Batman-esque type that can't use Nin, but still can hang with Nin users.
It doesn't matter that it's an exclusive thing if everybody prevalent in the series can use it.
The third section where I talk
about becomes world building.
Mystery, but still obtainable. And that ties into the third section where I talk about world building. Nen is very creative in its uses, and it's not just going to stagnate, as I kind of touched upon before.
That's Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Just stop with that series and
What
then
else?
move the
Literally Naruto.
Bleach. Maybe you can say Bleach.
No, because in the 1,000-Year Blood, where they're just like, oh, this wasn't my Bankai at all. I have a super secret Bankai this whole time.
Power isn't limited to just the user. It actually affects the world around it. It feels like it's actually a part of the world. With it not just being something exclusive to characters,
Chris, we know they can unlock all the abilities. We're just saying that it's not this super exclusive club that not everybody can get if you could just get punched and get it.
Yeah.
it feels like it's a part of the story. Nen is so deeply ingrained into the story that the actual world itself is affected. The best and most obvious example is how the Chimera ants were made. Nen played a role in nature and affected actual species besides humans. Nen plays an obvious role in other ways too, like...
What? Devil fruits affect weapons! Like, what are we talking about? There's fish! Who cares? Okay, they introduced a new species. Who cares if Nen affected that species?
Yeah.
It doesn't really... All worlds are built around the abilities that the characters have in that world. Do you think Dragon Ball Z is not built around the ability that... key abilities?
Think of the Hunter Association. There's an actual group that regulates Nen and makes world decisions about it. The place that actually hires those professionals.
Hey, what decisions? This is what I mean by Togashi has a lot of great ideas, but poor implementation of those ideas. There is a council that governs how we do things in the Hunter Association and how we will use our Nen abilities. Okay, what things? There's an entire game card system he made just for an arc. Okay, how many of those 300 cards he created were actually used during that thing? 8?
Or more than 8.
Let's be generous and say 18. And you know I'm overshooting it.
I don't know if it was 300 cards.
It was like 70-something cards.
How many cards?
Great idea, poor
Master
implementation.
Jinx says,
But people praise the
the power
idea.
system is
100.
affecting the world. Dude, Fairy Tale is a world of magic. The power system affects everything. And also there is a magic council in Fairy Tale. What is the difference?
What is the difference? Things are powered by magic in there. There were 100 cards, you said?
Yeah.
And there were probably 18.
Oh, no. There were 100 slot cards and 40 spell cards.
So 140 cards, technically. We saw teleportation. We probably saw fire or something, some elementals. I would be generous in calling it 13 cards. What?
Card number 26, Night Shift Dwarves. This can do any work you can, and they will work as long as you are asleep. They cannot do things beyond your abilities. What?
So I guess if you wanted to build a house, you go to sleep, use that card. But did we see that card?
I'm looking. I guess not.
Okay, then. And then just add it and add it and add it. There's no cooking here. But people praise that he made a card game, a system, a whole new power system based around cards. Not thinking about how many cards were actually used.
Give me a number.
Number
137. 37. Fledgling athlete. Warm this magic egg in your hand for 3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years, and you will become a top athlete when it hatches. The stronger your desire during incubation, the sooner it will hatch. Okay.
And we're clapping for this. And we're praising this mother for this. The month had 12 ideas for the cards, and then went, let me create 10 times that just to add.
Oh no. Aromatherapy girl, number 48. A girl who emits the most comfortable aroma for you. While she's by your side, you will be free from stress.
It's a spa day on a card.
Oh, these cards stink. Except for the ones that are just like, yeah, you can regrow your hands. Yeah, whatever wish you want. But also, here's this egg that you gotta hold for 3 hours a day.
For 10 years.
Just to run faster. Hey, why didn't you just train during that 10 years?
Those 3 hours a day.
Hunters. So even though it's kept a secret still, Nen obviously does play a huge role in society. And Nen doesn't stop existing with people. Nen can
It
still
plays
be
a role in the hunter society, and they're a hunter. So, of course, it's going to play a role in their...
Last of Us T23 says,
Stop.
His
That's
sister
not your
dragging Dawn
name.
across the ring. Castro creates clones. Guido manipulating spinning tops with his mind. Crollo makes exploding clones. Audience, magnets and mirrors. How is Nen secret?
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I ripped off his arm. It's just like, here's a card for my arm. Yeah, something like Top Man. What's Top Man? Emitter? I don't know.
Conjurer, maybe?
present when someone dies. Nen tangibly affects the world around it. And with the world building, that kind of leads into my fourth section.
What doesn't tangibly affect the world around it?
What power system? Could you go back to where you said something about it when you die?
In society. And Nen doesn't stop existing with people. Nen can still be present when someone dies.
It was introduced as this person died. And was just like, oh yeah, there's post death in Nen where it could just be stronger. Yeah, what about it? How does that work exactly?
Grand opening, grand closing.
What do you mean? Yeah. Kite had this number 10 slot that was just like only activates after his death or whatever. Well, it doesn't matter. But again, this just like
that's another thing as far as the good ideas but no execution for them. Kite slots. How many do we see?
Yeah. One of them's just like a scythe, and that's it. But the Crystal Ball dude and Super Saiyan, they both died. Hisoka killed them. Where's their both death and end? They were just both shown dead. When does it activate? How does it activate? Is it like a strong enough will, something that you didn't accomplish while you were alive, and then it carries off until death? No, it just does.
Around it. And with the world building, that kind of leads into my fourth section. What other series can learn from Nen? So I've already brought up a few other
Dragon Ball.
Please tell us
series in this video so far. And I could choose a bunch of different series, but I think you guys know which one I'm going to choose.
You could not pick a bunch of different series. You knew what series you was talking about this whole time. What other series has that one power system for the most part? Then you got weirdos like Boo and Cell and stuff like that. But what other system can you point to and just go, yep, they're essentially all the same, save for small differences?
Given it's what my main channel is
Dude,
focused on, let's
come
talk about
on
Dragon
now. What? This is the thing. Hamon was just like, we all got Hamon, but I'm using bubbles. I'm spitting my wine and making buzz saws and stuff like that. Come on, Salad Saiyan. You can't be. Yeah, I can pick. This is the paucity of just like, yeah, I can pick a bunch of series, but y'all know the one. Pick one other. Anything else, Salad Saiyan. Come on now. Bleach, they all swing swords. Well, not necessarily. If we take away the Shikai and the Bankai and the secret Bankai and crap like that. Ichigo got a really, really big sword. In Soifon, she didn't even have a sword. I think she got a sword. I think she had like a small sword. I don't think she really.
Or did she have gauntlets?
I know she got the little pokey poke thing. But there's different sword sizes.
Shapes.
What's her name? Jugs. She got like a whip sword. Or am I thinking of Demon Slayer? No, she has a mist sword. Somebody has a whip sword. Don't
Reggie.
Reggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reggie. Reggie got a whip sword. So it's not even just like sword swinging. I guess Afterlife Men would need to be active if you're dying
As you're dying
and having strong enough feelings of some sort, like Hisoka when he revived himself using his bungee gum. Yeah, I guess. But
Aries
a lot of
T23
things is like,
says,
I guess it could be.
These is your new name, DADAT23WINSDAY.
No, why would that be my name?
A Rose Music Vizard has a whip sword.
Yep, that's who it was. But bet Salad Saiyan media consumption is limited to just Dragon Balls in terms of favoritism. I would like to know what else he consumes, considering he's just like
Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter.
Because you can't go the worst example, and as far as I know of, the only example of something like this, it'd be like, all other series need to learn from this varied power system.
Dude, even people in sports manga don't even fight or play the same position the same.
Another huge series with a big power system that a lot of people love to talk about. One of the most prominent as well, and one of the longest running. And I don't want you guys taking this as me disparaging Dragon Ball in any way, or any other series for that matter. Instead, it's me just praising Hunter x Hunter, and kind of outlining some aspects from this series that other series could use to actually make their systems work better. As I've covered with Nen, it feels unique, there's different ways to use it, and it's not just one stagnant thing. With Dragon Ball, there are different aspects of key usage and powers that are being introduced nowadays, but it's a little far and few in between. But it's pretty common for someone to just...
I hate this. I really hate this. Because he ain't got nothing else.
And other series. I'm not disparaging Dragon Ball or other series.
Just anything else. But he knew he could... I need to look at the comments after this. Just to be like, yeah, to see if anybody else had anything else. Because there's nothing else.
I was trying to see if he had a MyAnimeList, but it looks like he does not.
Because they're just physically strong, which isn't necessarily a problem, but with a universe as big as Dragon Ball's, actually a multiverse, you would think there'd be a little bit more variety in how ki is used. Or besides that, not even just ki, they have other power systems in there, like magic for example, which is barely touched upon, but could make for an interesting piece of the story to actually delve into a little bit more.
Hey, they had a magic arc, and then they went, but now you strong.
But then he just becomes the strongest.
They kind of did it with Moro, but they also kind of just throw that to the side. Nen is constantly building upon itself, showing new ways of Nen usage. And characters do grow in physical strength, and new antagonists have physical strength to back themselves up. But the big difference that I like is the fact that it doesn't just rely on that. And even when there's a series with people that have different powers that are unique to them, sometimes those powers just feel stagnant, only having some minute gains. Nen users constantly improve upon themselves and
Gains are gains, first off. Who gives a
But he spoke about the gains, didn't talk about the power system.
No.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of different powers.
No, there are.
In
There's a
One Punch.
wind
Remote says,
user.
Goku Black, here's my Sith that can rip through dimensions. How can I do this? I don't know, I just can.
Literally. What is it? I don't know. It's pretty sick though. It sucks.
Ways how to
Can't the same be said about quirks. Absolutely.
Yes.
use their powers. And back to Dragon Ball for a bit, it feels like sometimes it does try to introduce different types of powers. We get the power that the gods have. We briefly delve into magic. There's also spirit, which is...
Yes, sir.
Salad, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing with this?
Cooking.
What is the point of this?
To cook.
Especially when he's considering now, he's just like, okay, yeah, now there is other powers as well. So he can't even use Dragon Ball as the example anymore because he's like, we got spirit vision and energy and magic and all this other stuff.
Sounds like you're not letting him cook.
Why even, he can't even use this as one example.
Isn't really touched upon too much. But back to those god powers, that's really the only thing that gets explored in depth, and even then, there's nothing about it that's too unique from ki usage. Or in the case of Ultra Instinct, pre-existing martial arts ideas. And now back to the idea of how Nen plays a role in the world around it. Other series do this well, of course, My Hero Academia being a really good example of that. Another example I like to bring up because there are some similarities there, and since quirks are so intertwined with everything. But again, series like Dragon Ball, it's not like ki needs to be known to everybody. Martial arts
Isaiah
itself
Avila
plays a...
says, yes, let him cook this microwave chimichanga that's hot on the outside and still cold on the inside.
Ice cold.
It's a hot pocket without the metal, the little foil.
This man took a hamburger out the freezer, took a marker, and just put grill marks on it. Like, eat up.
While it's still hot.
big role in the Dragon Ball world. I mean, there's big tournaments hosted for that. But outside of brief usages like Spirit, for example, and how it can derive power from it.
There's no DAT23, there's no Comp Bros T23, there's no BG T23. Wow, that is rhyming. BGT23.
Anyone and anything, ki doesn't feel too ingrained in the world. Magic kind of is in a way with how obviously important the Dragon Balls are, but things can be delved into more. And it's not just Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball's just the best example of this. Areas where it could actually learn from Hunter x Hunter and prove itself.
Cool. I thought he was going to get into another one.
Nope. I guess there should be a key governor. The key council, I guess.
And nothing incredibly complex is needed either. Something simple could work just as well. Having a power system that's unique, constantly growing, and something that affects the world and characters around it in more ways than just physical strength, it really can add a lot to a series. And hopefully in the future, we can see more like this. I obviously really like Nen, and I'd love to see more people take inspiration.
We have been!
Well, let me know what you think in the comments.
Alfonso Rodriguez
Thanks for
says,
watching, and I'll see
Hash T23 sweep.
No.
you on the next video.
King Keld says,
I guess.
are the Dragon Balls important to the world? Are they really?
Sure.
I guess this is also not Salad Saiyan's forte. I guess his
He can't cook.
anime analysis is also not where it is.
I'm going to go 9.5 on that.
He's not.
Just because of the Bush Dragon Ball stuff. That was Bush.
He's got no other examples. And that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Can we read more of those bad cards?
Throw out a number.
Throw out a number, people.
Undead Unlock is good. Oh, so that's good.
Last of Us T21 21
Hey.
time? Yeah, okay. You keep that hope alive, buddy.
I mean, we can
You
look
ordered
up
s'mores
23.
Oreo.
Yeah, I did.
You suck.
We can look up 23 for in honor of our boy Goku T23. Tome of 1,000 Tales, a book that shows you a different story each time you open it. Use the special included bookmark if you want to stay on the same story when you put it down. What is it?
We've got 67, 69, and 55.
67.
55, 67.
Doyen's growth pills. Each pill makes you grow 1 centimeter taller. One vial contains 100 pills. Not recommended for people under the age of 20 years or younger.
What?
So I guess you could just grow.
55, 67, 69.
55. Revenge shop. Report your grudges to the manager, and he will retaliate against you.
Karen card!
Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
Okay, who the hell? Let's see. Last of Us T21. He was one.
To be confused.
He was one of those what if stream people, and he voice acts his stuff, and he is low energy, and his mic sucks, and he sucks. That's just a Karen card.
Report your grudges to the manager, and he will retaliate against you in proportion to your grievance. Pay extra to request a more severe retaliation.
It's a sadism Karen card. 67, 69.
67. 67 was Doyen's growth.
Okay,
skills.
69.
69. Doyen's hair restorer. Now wait a second. Luxurious hair will grow wherever it is applied.
Ladies.
Use gloves or or hair will grow on your fingers and palms. One vial contains 200
My palms are too
milliliters,
heavy
enough to
to
cover
carry
10
that.
heads.
42.
This sucks. What are they doing? Fledgling novelist. Warm this magic egg.
It's the same thing with the athlete!
3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years, and you will become a top novelist when it hatches. The stronger your desire during incubation, the sooner it will hatch. It is the same.
This is what I meant, y'all. He sucks.
There is, oh my good. So 37 through 43 are all fledgling egg ones.
6 straight?
Gambler, novelist, pilot, musician, politician, artist, athlete.
It's okay to be confused.
Sorry. 44 is actor. 45 is CEO.
Adrian Rusco says, are the magic egg cards a reference to Yu Yu Hakusho?
It could be.
I honestly believe so.
What?
We're done early, so what do we want to do?
Since Silverheart said didn't know about our boy Goku
Or Last of Us?
Last of Us 21, we can check in on him, see how he's doing.
Sure thing. Oh, he's also a massive Deku fanboy.
Most of his things are Deku related.
Spirit.
Yeah,
Saiyan
we'll see how much you guys want this guy. Pretend like this is interesting.
You know what? We should just let him cook for like 2 minutes. Yep. Sure. Yep. There we go. That's perfectly fine for
we
me.
don't know Star versus the Forces of Evil, so this isn't fair. Go to his channel. Without pausing? Ugh.
Yeah, 2 minutes straight. No pausing. This is what y'all wanted. He redid this one.
So yeah, let's check out that.
No,
one.
I'm good. Y'all said
Essence
enough.
Goku,
No,
Dragon
so
Instinct
this is what you
Goku,
wanted. Thank you for the
Spirit
super
Saiyan
chat.
Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
This is what you wanted. The Dark Saber.
Oh boy. What if Deku had the hyperbolic time chamber and Sensu Bean? Is this on stream? Is this showing?
It's not yet. I can't.
Show it so they can see what we're going down.
Mhm. It's going down. Meet me in the club.
What about those 3 people with the same bomber Nin? They just all happen to have the same personalities and ideas to make the same Nin ability. Hey, shut up. They're all brethrens. Last of Us T23 said, don't forget to pause TTS so we can have the uninterrupted 2 minutes.
Sure thing. I'll pause it right in now. Because this is what y'all wanted.
We'll see how much y'all want this. What if Deku had Venom redo?
That was a minute.
No, you don't have so many stories to tell!
And I'm taking away voice alerts. I'm taking away everything. Where's my redeems?
So y'all can see raw, unfiltered Last of Us 21.
Not even speeding it up.
Wait, where am I? Who's that? What?
You can't.
Venom?
I can't hear Venom. Why do you know Venom?
What do you mean I'm yours?
I can't understand this. Is he talking through a Pringles can?
What was that? Mom. Wait, where? You're in the hospital. What? Yes, a hero found you. What?
A hero found you where?
Yeah,
Doing
found
what?
You passed out and there was a lot of blood around you. And we thought it was yours. Oh. Oh. Right. Yes, this is pretty much a flashback in which Izuku took a swan dive.
Now he's narrating.
After one named All Might said he couldn't be a hero and jumped off. So yeah, that happened.
He tried to seppuku! He tried to seppuku! Did we hit the 2 minutes, by the way? He tried to seppuku! Bam, going forever! Thank you for the super chat, Isaiah! Man's tried to...
He tried to kill himself and then he became Venom?
And y'all want a stream of this?
Go back to the Venom speak. Cause this is...
One for all.
How did that take so long?
Hey, at least it's on brand.
Wait, where am I? Who's that? What?
No, he definitely said you are
am
mine.
Venom and you are mine.
So I thought originally that Venom was speaking through his head and he was just regurgitating the information that Venom was saying. But no, Venom is saying the words.
Now,
oh yeah, let me turn all the stuff back on.
I find this to be very odd. Can we go back, because this is the redo.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the original? Just to see how his voice was back then?
Sure. Unless he's taking it
I
off
hope
the
he
channel.
didn't take it down.
This has 2K views, y'all. This. Venom. Venom.
There it is.
Yo. Who could possibly want this cook?
Why is Spider-Man green?
Yo, you're just not
Angel
realizing that?
Essence
That's
Goku,
the first thing I
Dragon
said.
Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
You know what? They made Deku try to kill himself. He becomes evil. But for stop, I didn't want this. Why do people want this? Why do people want this? Indeed, thank you for the super chat.
This
soul.
isn't.
I do.
It's
they
because
legitimately unbelievable amount.
Blaze Rider says,
this is the most
to be fair,
unbelievable.
I never asked for this.
People did.
People
All right.
did. You saw it.
Let's get a little bit of.
It's okay to be confused.
Hey, you know something, partner? I don't feel so good.
Is he Venom or is he?
Oh, this is Venom. You heard the grunt.
Really?
No, it wasn't. It's Deku.
Well, looks like it's happening faster than I anticipated. What? It seems like I was wrong before when I saved you that day. It seems as though
At least he's understandable.
you're incompatible. What the
Here's a
hell?
couple things. You can hear when the audio cuts.
Oh,
off.
yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. When it switches back to Deku.
You can hear people talking in the background as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I don't know why he's talking.
Nami
like
the
a
Goat
old
says,
black
The
preacher.
streets need The Last of Us Sundays.
It's impossible to do this.
No.
Hope
I don't
G23
know
says,
what this voice.
the only word I understood was the N-word.
But this voice is horrible.
Yeah, no, we're not doing this.
Let's get a little more.
That's supposed to mean. It means you're dying. Yeah. Oh well. Such is life. Don't worry about me. I'll find another
Why would I worry?
in due time.
The death gas.
How am I dying but you here? As I said, we are not compatible. Therefore, you are dying by having me with you.
What?
Venom's killing him.
I'll die without you. I know. Tragic, isn't it? But don't worry, I'm sure you won't go to waste. What? I wonder
It's okay to be confused.
which should I devour first? Wait, no, wait, what if... Bleeding. I can tell you're scared, but...
What is going on?
Deku's dying. Venom saying that
From what?
The swan dive. We just haven't got
It
there
hasn't
yet.
established.
Yeah, but he's dying. That's all we need to know. The story's gonna tell us.
Nobody said we weren't compatible.
Yeah, no, we're not compatible now. You're dying. He said, "I'll die without you." Venom, and he said, "So Venom's the only thing keeping him alive because he's already dying."
So why did he jump?
We don't know that yet. We will soon, though. You're not letting him cook. Is the problem? We're done with this, by the way. We're not doing any further.
Can I see the comments?
Venom got dad jokes. Part 2, bro. We need part 2. Part 2, please.
What?
Part 2. Why did it end so abruptly? You're gonna feel good. Do this video. You know, I like your channel. Can you add more?
Isaiah
armor with
Avila
Venom?
says,
W Venom.
Masterful storytelling.
Can we see hear how it ended? Because it said it was abrupt.
My muscles are much more defined than someone around my age, especially Katsuki's. Alright. As the fighting begins, Izuku, he's doing a hell of a lot better, but he's still taking on a lot of hits. When he gets pushed to the ground, Bakugo is about to beat him
Jet
to sleep
Blaze Thunder says,
until
Is this Vor?
No.
he yells and
It's close.
fire rains
Oh,
from
we
his
got
mouth.
sound effects.
What just happened? You can breathe fire.
You know what? Fair enough, commenter. What just happened? You can breathe fire. Click.
Who could possibly want this cook? Possibly.
Can I hear how this ends?
Dude,
I just want to hear how he ends.
Dude.
I want to hear how he signs off to something like this. It was like, that was the story.
Was part 2 the end?
Looks like it.
If anything, yeah. This deal actually benefits me a lot more, so I'm actually fine with it.
Bastard.
Chris
Now,
the Chump says,
okay,
"Damn,
you got knocked
okay.
out. Okay.
You saving.
We didn't hear anything for minutes, y'all. We were about to go crazy.
I might be taking advantage of you.
Oh, so you really care?
No, not really.
What?
Yeah. If anything, yeah. This deal actually benefits me a lot more, so I'm actually fine with it.
Bastard.
Ooh, look at the party mother than you.
Banned,
It's not my fault.
banned,
It's your
banned,
previous
banned.
damn hosts.
Gone forever.
Seriously.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll get used to it.
It's been years.
Well, don't sweat the details. Let's just have some chocolate.
Whatever.
Now Bethany Kosmicki.
Yeah, we don't need the majority report, even though it's great. Y'all should check out the majority report.
My,
That was crazy. That was crazy.
who and why?
There will be no exclamation point bastard. Shut the fuck.
Whatever. Click.
Jiraboat says, cook.
I think explain
yourself, you
something
baby!
else got
No,
taken.
he's explained himself quite well. Thank you very much.
I think we'll get some quick questions and get the f out of here.
What?
I think I explained myself well.
Whew. He's something else. Bless him.
Bless it rain
He-
after the
he
drought.
trying. And
Is he?
You heard that voice?
Venom.
You don't think he's not trying?
I am Venom, and I will find another to inhabit their body because we are incompatible.
You are fucking lying!
Oh, lying's still active. That's crazy.
Oof. He's I do not understand how he has subscribers. I don't understand who he's catering to.
Yeah, there are times where we say that, and it's like, we know
This
how they
is
got subscribers.
not
We don't
good.
understand this one.
It's simply not.
I can understand that even Goku T23 because it's so
Yes,
outlandish.
it's power fantasy bullshit. But like, what if Deku married Dracula's wife? Stuff like that. You just go, yeah, what if? I guess whatever.
Last of Us Last of Us 21 versus Goku T23. Who is better and why? Goku T23.
Yeah, in every single way.
In
he's,
every single
he's factually
conceit.
2 points better. 21 versus 23. Sorry, that's just the way it is.
Why
The
do
man got a mic. All right,
that alone?
this man speaking through a tin can.
But his ability to tell a story is dope. Are we hearing music?
People outside probably. But you say that like The Last of Us 21 is cooking anything. He can't. He just
Mom,
goes.
I'm in the hospital. That's not
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah, you jumped off the roof. Oh, he jumped off the roof.
Yeah.
And that's how he just go, yeah, and he took a swan
Okay, but
dive.
Goku to T23 is,
And then Goku beat the out of Goku.
and then
And then he
Goku beat
screamed.
Goku beat the out of Goku. Then Frieza came and he was mad. Why do you not let them cook? Because they shouldn't be allowed to cook.
We let Last of Us 21 cook.
Way too long. Way too long. Thoughts on JoJo Part 8? What are we in? Part 9?
Yep.
So Part 8 just finished. It was very good in the beginning, and it ended up just being pretty okay.
seems like it was more of a slapdash ending because it was just like, oh, this dude's the main villain.
I think that part was planned at least. It was just the basically everything post reveal.
I don't think so. I think it would have been should have had some more because this has got to be the latest that the main villain has been introduced.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
So it seems like if it was just somebody, because some people just like it's gonna be Job and bam, makes a lot of sense. It's like no, it's just this dude.
Eminem Venom versus Icon for Hire Venom. Which is the better song? Icon for Hire.
Yeah, Icon for Hire is. I was gonna say it's actually my mindset is in the Goku T23 or and Last of Us 21. But no, Venom is a fantastic song. I don't know anything about the Venom Eminem except for that hook, and that's it. Just that Venom part. I don't think I've ever heard it outside of the Venom movie.
Time for the full 10 list for Drum Kingdom. Did we have that as homework?
Drum Island. Full 10. Interesting. No.
Oh, no. Just asking because last time it was Little Garden and all that stuff. So we'll homework that. Which creator that you've covered so far has made you the most angry?
Bricky is up there, of course.
Triggered.
We all know that part. Triggered is sustained straight.
I will say Yumasuke got me the most mad, but that was based off of what Triggered told him. So I'm still going to combo that into Triggered.
Don't lie on us.
Yeah, don't lie on us.
Man, those are the big ones. Mark
is frustrating, dude. Mark is like a constant 7-8 area.
Yeah. You're the reason I'm dead, Gohan. That's just like
you were so mad at that.
You didn't even try.
The pinwheel probably made me the second most mad. That was the Dragon Ball power scaling debaser stupid dude or whatever that was. That one probably made me the second most.
But Mark will always get points because he is a sad boy.
He is a sad.
So he's always going to get a couple of little points.
What do you think of the Spot from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
I really, really liked him.
Yep.
I would have liked to see more of him.
I would have liked to see more of the beginning type of confrontation as opposed to where we're going currently. If you were in Black Clover, what magic would you want? I would personally go for the World Soul magic. I really like the painting magic. I really like some form of artist magic. I think would be very fun.
I'm always a big fan of time stuff. So
Julius.
So
DA, how close are you to beating P3?
I am on November 20, late November. So I've got about a month and a half, 2 months left.
And do you want to tell them why you're only there at that point?
So what I was doing was I was playing P3 on my Vita. So I was just like, I can play it at work. I can play it on the way to work. All this stuff. It's portable. It's fine. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. We just rocking it. But then the Vita just stops working. So it's just like, whoops. Wee woo. And then I had to start all over again. I was in August or September when it was just like right off. So then I restarted on a totally legal version on my computer. And here I am. So yeah,
you actually could have played a legal version on your computer through Game Pass.
I know. But yeah, depending on how today and tomorrow goes, we could do it next week. But let's shoot for not this week, but the week after.
There you go.
No matter what it is, it's going to be before next month because
next month is our
month. Dragon Ball month.
Oh, you're just going to announce it?
Oh yeah, I think I already did.
Oh yeah.
You went up to go to the bathroom, and I was panicking because I didn't have anything to talk about last week.
Terrible. Yeah. So July is going to be Dragon Ball month.
Good boy.
And then August is going to be nominations. September is going to be voting for viewer request month. And then October is going to be viewer request month 3. 3 visited.
And then that's it for the channel.
And then that's it for the channel. How's Street Fighter 6? Oh, it's so good. I've only played with Manon. I love her so much. It's a wrap. I'm probably going to try all the characters, but I don't see myself coming off of her. Will you change your names to DAT23 and BGT23? No.
If we do like a T23 stream,
Yeah, definitely.
fun.
I would do.
Good thing we ain't ever doing that.
Yes, we are.
No,
24-hour charity stream. You wouldn't do that.
it'd be hard to do.
Yes,
It'd be
absolutely.
hard to keep that energy up.
At some point, the exasperation would just be like, we need like a Mark palate cleanser.
Like a Super Saiyan 8 in Beerus Fusion Ultra Vegito. Okay, sure.
Why? Why did you stop that beautiful? Because it wasn't. What did y'all think of One Piece Chapter 1085? It's setting up a lot of, and answering a lot of stuff.
Yep. We're getting a lot of answers to just like, wait, Vivian and Wapple, what's going on there? What did Wapple see and crap like that? It's just like, no. As always, good stuff. I'd like to go back to Egghead.
Where's Egghead? Please
and thank you. But yeah, the Eam stuff is very interesting. I'd like to know more about that. It's just hey, spoilers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about spoilers for a second. But just like, what was the name written on there? He was just like, I'm dead already.
I'm not getting out of this room.
It was Nefarti D. Lily. It was just like, all right, kill him. All right, everything I needed to know, dead.
Yeah, he knew it was. It was original.
They got them fangs on them. They were just like, okay, we just got guns. So this song's gonna be, huh? I'm a sick old man. Y'all gonna do me like this?
Can you guys help me find where I can buy a Aruma manga box set in English? Usually, Right Stuff has that stuff.
You can't, because they just now started translating them. They're only on volume 1.
Okay.
So
wait till it's complete, and then you'll probably be able to
talk back in a couple years.
Yeah, they take a while. Have you played Genshin Impact? Yes, I did, but it's very much like I played it for maybe 2 hours, and then I went, okay, I feel like I never need to play this game ever again.
Yeah, I never wanted to.
You're not a fan of Breath of the Wild, though.
Yeah,
so.
That's what people said. It looked like it was like, oh, it's an improved Breath of the Wild. I'm just like, I didn't like Breath of the Wild, so
that alone.
Hey, DA, why didn't you like Breath of the Wild? I just didn't like it. That's thought there was too much to do, not enough to do. Kind of a mix of that.
Too much to do, not enough structure. Most anticipated games of 2023. Tekken, even though I don't think that's going to be out in time. Tekken 8 and Mortal Kombat 12 or Mortal Kombat 1. I'd have to look up the games.
I don't think I'm looking forward to anything, honestly.
There's supposed to be a Persona 3 remake coming out this year.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We just
either late this year or early next year. Is the Metal Gear Solid remake happening this year? I will acquire it in solidarity with Kojima because they ousted him, and I will not be giving Konami money for that. In video games. Give it to me, baby.
1 through 10, input down to Marineford, writing it down.
So we are in June, boys. We have just the Street Fighter. Amnesia came out already. Blue Protocol. Why did that sound familiar? Maybe it's a game I played before and they're releasing, or it was something announced earlier. Don't give a about Final Fantasy 16. Can they please go back to turn-based? Thank you very much. Oh, AEW Fight Forever. That's gonna be fun. They're going back to the like No Mercy stuff where it's more cartoony. Oh, they're doing a Atelier Marie remake. Wait. Is it in just the style of? Oh, that's worthless. That's worthless. Never mind. I was happy for a second. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw should be fun if you got a group of friends. Lies of P, maybe just for the ridiculousness of it. Even though I'm not big on the Souls-like games, I'll still play it. Why not? Yeah, there's just not a lot. I don't give it. Oh, Alan Wake 2, absolutely. I love Alan Wake. Yeah, there's just not a lot happening this year for me. Maybe I'll finally start getting to my backlog. Get some of that out of here. What do you rate The Last of Us 21 out of 10? 21. In all honesty, as a YouTuber, probably a 2.
Yeah.
As a storyteller, probably a 2. As a source of entertainment, like a 6.5.
He needs to speed up. He needs to structure better. He needs to edit better, just to be like, who's talking? Because it was like, what's going on? What? Well, you're in the hospital. What? Why am I in the hospital? What? Well, you. It's like, come on.
Congrats, Jerobo, for winning the jackpot of $55K. What is the we already did Marine 4. What is the ideal mark?
The ideal mark video?
Yeah. Sad boy Mark just giving his actual opinions on a series.
Something like a vlog. Maybe like right after he finishes something, just pop on a camera and vlog.
Yeah, quick
hey,
thoughts.
I just finished this. I like this. Didn't really like this. I think that would be good. Just show a little more personality with that.
What are your thoughts on Redo of Healer? Personally, I think it's terrible, but it's so funny I can't stop consuming it. It is funny in the ways I think it doesn't want to be funny. I'll read it in bursts. I'll read like 15 chapters and go, I don't really need to read this for another like 8 months.
I don't know what that is.
Redo of Healer is a guy that was basically bullied in the group he was in, and he gains abilities and he's able to turn back time to redo stuff. So he starts gaining abilities and taking revenge on all the people that wronged him by basically raping them and making them slaves.
Okay
then. Have you read Eden Zero? I have read maybe 40 chapters of it. And they started doing fairy tale things, just like, hey, you guys know it's fairy tale. We know Mashima maybe we'll do. And I just stopped reading it.
I got 20 chapters in, and I couldn't do it no more. It hurts.
DA, the latest chapter of My Hero Academia. Yo, that's not a question. It was a very bad chapter.
Really, really bad.
Can we? I'm glad the Todorokis are done.
I am and I'm not. Because it's clearly not what he wanted to do. Because it's just so rushed.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
He rocks up, freezes, and it's just like, I guess my mind is better because I'm just talking.
You, my family.
Hey, I thought he was just like, I'm so hurt. I can't move. And now he's just like, he's doing the super move again? What is that? You can't do that.
Okay, but we didn't give a lot of grace to Kubo for the end of Bleach. Even though that's clearly not what he wanted, because he had to rush it.
Sure.
So I'm not going to give them too much grace.
No, he said, you said, what was it like? Are you happy with
Thoughts
this?
on it. Yeah.
No, you said, I'm happy that this is over.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy.
I said, I'm not happy this is over. I'm not talking about grace or anything. I'm simply talking about it would have been, let's say, 2% better
I honestly
with
don't
another chapter.
I honestly don't believe. Because it would have just been this again. It's clear that this was what it was, and it was just going to be stretched out.
Sure. But we could have had at least a conversation with, like, hey, what the f is going on? Maybe he recognized him a little bit, and that snaps him back.
Okay, you're writing a better story than Hirokoshi would have wrote.
We don't know if he could have wrote that better.
Have you read the past 15 chapters
yes,
of this
and you
series?
know who was in the last 15 chapters of the series? Gentle.
Okay, but Gentle comes from back in the time, the before time.
Yeah, irrelevant.
How's that irrelevant? You pop a good character into the moment, they're gonna still be a good character.
But people think that Todoroki is a good character.
You don't, though. That's the point.
Okay, but you pop a good character into a good moment. To a moment, they're gonna make it a good moment. People think this is gonna be a good moment. I'm speaking on behalf of other people. Just going. This is Todoroki.
Do you think they're clapping for the Todoroki show? And if
do
the
I
answer
think, or do
is,
I know? Because I read Reddit.
Okay, how do they feel?
The left hand, the right hand, putting them together.
Okay, so who are you
creating
speaking?
sounds.
Who are you speaking for?
Them. Because they love it. This is what they're here for.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so how could it be better for them if they love it?
that wasn't the point. It wasn't the point.
What was the point?
The point is, I'm saying that for me, it could be better.
Okay, but you brought up Gentle, and that's a good character being plopped into a moment to make it good. But you don't like Todoroki. You don't think Todoroki's a good character. So that analogy itself will not work for you because this is not a good character.
I didn't make the analogy. You made the analogy.
You're the one that brought up Gentle. You're the one that said it was plopped into the beginning.
No. I said Gentle was here in the last 15 chapters.
Yeah.
You said there's a good character. You plop him into the...
Yeah.
And it's a good moment.
And then you extrapolate that into Todoroki. So that analogy does not work.
No, I said people think that Todoroki is a good character. You plop him into this and it's a good moment.
Okay.
Like they do.
Okay.
Already.
Then how can it be better?
I'm not saying that it could be better for them.
My point
this
was...
is done.
My point was...
This is done.
In the past 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 chapters in My Hero Academia,
Gentle.
there has
Miracle.
not been cooking like that, except for the characters that were already good being put into situations.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Was it Ayama good?
Yes.
You know you're lying.
I'm not going to explain, and I don't have to.
You know you're
But
lying.
they could have, because it's implied that he goes something like, "Oh man, I couldn't have done this without y'all here," or something like that. What did he say?
More ice. More ice means more gooder. It will work.
By itself, the Great Glacier, whatever, might not have been enough to stop this compared to the first time.
Yourself, you
Nobody's explaining anybody. I don't think I can match his fire barrier. Maybe I'm not a fire, whatever. Everyone's here, I see, despite the circumstances, is for the best. So yeah, it's just like they helped with their, I guess minuscule ice.
You're already on the bush.
It sucks, but like I'm saying, I think
that's my point. It sucked. No matter what you put before this ending was always going to be the ending, and the ending sucks.
More things could have been done to make it better. He could have spoken to them. They could have circled up and held hands and then doubled their ice power.
And you would have been happy with
whatever.
that. You think that would have been a better ending?
I'm not saying that necessarily.
Can you picture in your mind that happening? As
I go nuts.
Is putting his hand out
be in
and
the middle.
Everybody just grabs it. Yeah, is this what you're saying to my face?
Oh, I would have went nuts.
All right, then.
Yeah, that's not better.
That's my point. I don't think he's a strong enough writer anymore. I don't think he cares.
I think in a situation like this, where it's action, bam, 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 there's very little that can be harmed with a conversation in this moment. I know, I understand they're on time crunch, but this is manga. 5 seconds could be 5 panels, so it doesn't really matter. You can say, "Oh, he about to explode," but what does that mean? It's irrelevant what that means. It could be he's about to explode and he explodes the next chapter after a full inner monologue by Endeavor. So I think this moment could not have been harmed with a conversation, because as it stands, he rocks up. Dobby just goes, "Oh man," and they all pass out. And then the next time we're gonna see them is gonna be in the epilogue where they're all burned up, so they're all equal, like I said.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
gonna happen.
It stinks.
See, okay, you already know the future that's happening.
I know,
and you're mad about it, saying it's crap because the writing is crap.
Yes, but like I'm saying,
I don't think that this Horikoshi could extrapolate 2% better writing out of this situation.
I think he could with simple dialogue and not this. I don't see how.
I'll tell you this: he will prove it by what happens with Uraraka, and he will prove it right there. Because if that's fumbled, there's nothing left.
I think that there's a lot less expectations for those two.
Yeah, no.
and
but there's more for us.
And therefore, he will be less pressured to do what he thinks the fans will absolutely want.
Okay,
and
that
something
even
would be
helps my
good.
point then, because this will be exactly what he wants. And if it's not cooking, if it's fumbled, that's just from his mind. It's not
Sure.
shoehorning in Karishima into something.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a pretty big thing here.
All right,
But
yeah.
as it stands, this was a horrible chapter
Yes.
where he just rocks up and goes. And he did that big ice thing. I was like, what the is this move? I was like, did he do this before? Yeah, he did. That was the move where he was just like, I gotta double heat up my ice so it can be even hotter cold. And he did it, and then it froze everything.
What's the problem?
I don't understand him going, yeah, I'm all kinds of jacked up. I can't even walk. But I can do my super atomic bomb ice move.
Yeah, I don't need to move for that.
And now he can speak in Dobby can speak in complete sentences and crap like that.
He cooled his mind down. He was hot-headed.
Excuse me?
He was hot-headed. You know, it's so easy. There's themes at play here that you're not understanding. I like how we kind of just switch positions. Also, June 7th is my birthday. Happy birthday. So for my 23rd birthday, can I
23rd? Oh.
Can I get just one Lily video, please?
That is going to be on Dragon Ball month, unfortunately.
No, it won't.
June?
June.
April, March, April, May,
That's
June.
in 4 days.
June. I thought you said July.
That's in 4 days, my guy. We can do it for next stream. We got no plans for the stream. Present us with like 5 Lily videos and we'll pick one. Put them in the order you'd like to see
setting
them.
a dangerous precedent.
No, this is a one and done. This is the first person that's asked for it, so we're gonna do it for them. Because we've already shown the power they have, and it's too much.
This is a bad idea.
Any new game or movie release y'all are looking forward to? Alan Wake 2, now that I've seen it. Mortal Kombat 1, of course, because I am a big Mortal Kombat mark.
Flash looks okay.
Flash looks okay. I will be watching that movie.
Yeah, I would rather not support it. I feel salty about supporting Guardians.
Guardians was a good movie. Boy, tomorrow's gonna be spicy, y'all.
What are Adam Warlock's powers?
Adam Warlock?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, great. So when he goes, okay.
I couldn't tell you in this movie. I'll say that.
What are Face Man's abilities?
Which is Face Man?
Joker, Face Man.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
I can't remember at this point.
Oh, okay.
People can't forget things. Yep, it's perfectly fine to forget things. Yep.
Just watch.
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
In the comments or now, and you can do it in the comments, because I don't think you'll be able to link the videos here. If you can't link the videos in the comments, if we can't see them, just give us the names of them. Just started watching Attack on Titan, and I'm curious why you guys said it is not for you. You know, it's hard to explain why something is not for you. Like, if I gave you a food, and you went, "Ooh, I don't like it," and I went, "Why not?" I don't know if you could explain why you don't like the taste of that food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that there's necessarily anything bad in what I saw.
Yeah.
There's a couple funny moments. I liked a couple characters. Action was good.
It just doesn't grab me.
Yeah, it's just something there that was just like, yeah, it's just not. I don't feel the need to continue this. I don't really have a desire to see where this story goes. It's not like it was even not interesting. I was just like, oh, the Titans in the walls and stuff like that. And I know bits and pieces based upon the very end and stuff like that. It's just like
I have no want to further
to explain. It's not bad at all. I don't dislike it.
I call it good.
Yeah. I just have no desire to continue it. It's a very weird thing. I can't think of the last time this has happened where I'm just like, I think this is high quality. It's just not for me.
Or I think this is low quality, but I want to keep consuming it.
No, I know that.
Well, of course, we wallow in that. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. So,
Uncle Jerry, Rumple Teaser. We need to do a cat stream.
Yeah,
just so they know.
Cats need to come. Where are you in Final Fantasy X, BG? I just met up with Riku. Yep, and I stopped playing it because we're not doing it anytime soon, so I just stopped playing it. Have you played the new Zelda game? No, because I haven't even played the old Zelda game.
Yep, it's just not for me.
It's just not for me. What Hunter x Hunter character would you like to see involved in a violent telefragging accident? At this point, gone.
What is it? What is telefragging?
Don't know, but it sounds bad, and that's all I needed. Thanks, appreciate you guys. I try to find.
Could be good.
One for all.
Ah!
Detroit.
Yeah, eat it. I try to find some that aren't too bad, but it's literally so. No, pick whatever you want. Thanks for the super chat.
I prefer it if it's stuff that we know about.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say. Beyond that, yeah, do what you want. Oh wow, there's a lot. We should try to swarm through these. What would telefracking did you?
To frag by teleporting into the other player.
Okay. Yeah. Get going out of here. I hate them. Top 5 what the hell games? I don't mean bad games. I mean games that left you confused. Well, it's okay to be confused.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to homework that because I'm gonna have to think on that one. It's probably gonna be a lot of detective games though. My favorite game is Metroid. I don't know why you questioned that. Top characters wearing hats. That's a DA thing exclusive. That's a DA exclusive thing.
Now,
yeah, homework that. You know it.
No, it's fine. Now, number 1 will always be Amande, who is the mad what now?
Mademoiselle.
Yeah, boy, the mad Mademoiselle.
She has a really big hat.
Her hat is there's a manga panel where I think it's right as they're all coming up to Luffy and you can just see her hat poking into the side of this. It's like her hat is so big. Hunter x Hunter Ponzu. She's got a very big hat. It is fantastic. I love her hat. And her color scheme is what really gets me because it's just such garish colors and then a big old yellow hat. She's got like a pink shirt. It's pink, sort of like beige pants, orange shoes, and a big old yellow hat and green. She's so good. Don't shake your head.
I don't know anything about this world.
Those are 2 of them. I'm gonna
homework through it.
Yeah, but those are the 2 that I always go back to. Of just like, look at them hats.
Are you looking forward to the next Dragon Ball season? I sure as hell am not. Also, when do you think you can review Library of Ohara Return to the Reverie? We'll probably check in on. I'd have to do a structured review of that type of thing. But I'll definitely check it out.
I'm never looking forward to new Dragon Ball stuff.
I look forward to it for the potential content, and that's about it. Would you rather a Gentle Criminal spinoff manga or Vigilantes be animated? Gentle Criminal.
No.
Wow.
Animated.
You'd rather not have him ruined?
The risk of it being ruined exponentially goes up. Like I said,
short 13 episode anime.
Wow. I don't. Just the fact that he's being recorded and he's going to get recognition. I don't like that.
Yeah, he needs to be in the shadows.
He needs to just be like, I did a good thing.
And that's it.
And that's all I ever wanted to do. Nobody needs to know. I don't need to be celebrated nor appreciated.
And it should be like a small group of people that do know. Like a Deku and the people that would recognize him. Who is your favorite alien from Ben 10?
Accelerate.
I've never been big into Big 10.
Accelerate is my dude, but I just like I like speedsters.
There you go.
Great name too.
Who is the biggest drunk in anime you've seen?
The biggest drunk.
They get drunk or they drink a lot? Because those are 2 different things. Yeah, write it down. Maybe Mitsuko, the hot shine. She was pretty lushy. Yeah, write it down for me. What Pokemon would you like to eat?
They don't really look delicious. That's all. Even stuff like a Miltank, I'm like, no, that's too.
Nah, Miltank can be eaten.
No, I don't think so.
I think
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
One more thing before I make the list. Have you seen Star versus the Forces of Evil and the Owl House? Neither one.
Nope, neither one.
Tell you what, if you're willing to wait, I'll watch one of those shows. If you want the Saturday stream, like immediately, I would pick something else. But if you're willing to wait to August, because July would be Dragon Ball month, I don't mind watching those shows. Will you ever do a Zenitsu month? No. Which characters would you like to share a drink with?
It just goes back to I don't know why, but I thought of Sakamoto Julieta from Airmaster, but he commits sexual assault. And I just think he's a cool motherfucker. other than that. But he's not a good person.
Sakamura.
Watch Airmaster, y'all. Dabi is absolutely alive.
Yeah, currently alive. What are your thoughts on the third eye from Black Clover since you liked Raya?
I like them all.
Yeah. Cool. Why do you hate Mark? Because he's a nothing.
I don't hate Mark.
Thank you for the super chat, so I don't know if I said that earlier.
I don't like his content.
Yes.
I don't hate Mark as a person. I don't know him as a person.
All creators we don't know as people, so never. But as far as totally not Mark, the reason I hate him is I don't think he's good, and he is like I said, a nothing. I think being very bad is more fun than being a nothing. I think being very good is more entertaining than being a nothing. Mark is a nothing to me, and it's frustrating because of that. Would you like to do a Persona solo run?
No, that seems way too hard.
Yeah,
not trying to challenge myself.
If I was New Game Plus, I'd be down for it. I'm confused if JoJo Part 8 first half is good and second half is okay. What is it overall? No. It became okay because the second half is bad.
I think all up, I would have to reread it, but I think it would be like a 7.75.
I'd go 6.5.
There's a lot of good stuff. I love Yasuo's my favorite character.
In the
She's
beginning,
fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I would need to reread it, and it shouldn't be too long. But yeah, I would need to do that.
I want to propose an ordinary. The powerless protagonist done right because the whole video is good because we found out that the protagonist always had powers but chose not to use them. That's not a question. But I'd be fine with doing something like that. Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck? Daffy.
Always Bugs.
I love Daffy.
Bugs is better.
That's just a lie.
He's a better trickster.
No,
Daffy's on the back foot too much.
And that's the part of the fun of Daffy.
Okay, but it gets tiring.
But being the trickster upper hand, isn't?
Nope, because
that makes no sense.
Things that you
what? Well, thank you. Which anime villain?
If we're talking about the new season of that, the Looney Tunes show, Daffy was hilarious.
Daffy was the star of that.
And Lola. But them together were nuts.
Which anime villain trope is the best? Broken hero, perfect being, pure evil, manipulator. I'm big into manipulator.
Anime villain.
Formerly broken hero, that would be your Chapter Black.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think the broken hero just like I'm just trying to do the good thing in like P5 Royal right there.
Yeah.
Where he's just like I'm doing the best thing, y'all. Just let it happen.
Nah,
I'm like, wait, no.
There are times where I just want to hate my villain, and manipulators are the ones that I want to hate. What are your top 10 favorite and least favorite Bleach characters?
There's 20 characters. My goodness. I don't think I can do 20 least favorite because there's like
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
I can wait. I'm just glad y'all willing to do it. Yeah, so just put them in the order then. Thank you for the super chat. If you were Shoto, would you care about Dabi? I personally don't. I don't care that you are my brother. You tried to kill my friend. I would care as far as the people I care and my family care.
I think he feels a sense of responsibility based upon his family. He's kind of in his situation because of what happened with Dobby. So he's just like righting the sins of the father and all this other bullshit. I think that is justified enough that he cares about him. I don't think that that's a big issue.
DA, what kind of hat would you give Aqua from Kingdom Hearts?
I think she would look good.
In a hoodie.
A hoodie.
Yo, hoodies make any...
Pop the hoodie and you're good.
It makes any outfit just like 15% better. Hood up, hood down. He's still thinking about that. Have you played Hollow Knight? And if yes, what grade would you give it? I never did. It was one of those I really need to play games that I just never played that maybe I'll play this year since my backlog is not... since the new games I want to play are so minimal. But Mike just recently played it and he loved it. And you can watch the archive of that over on the 2200 Productions YouTube channel. I guess he's writing it down. That was the last question. We are out of here. Make an AI generated review of Demon Slayer Nezuko by Totally Not Marcus Bad. Yeah. So I'm so mad Sora with this hood up has never been an outfit in Kingdom Hearts.
Crazy. It's criminal. But something like Robin's Dressrosa, but with like a bigger brim, not like a huge brim, but just something like she doesn't need a big brimmed hat like a straw hat or something.
A more notable brim.
Yeah, because her hair isn't super long, and if you have a hat that sort of obscures that, the model, the silhouette just kind of gets lost in the hat. So you just need something to sort of complement it. That's hat theory, y'all.
The second half of the Sensui fight was really frustrating to me. It destroyed almost everything I liked about him before and just made the fight and the plot way too convoluted. Yeah, the ending of Chapter Black really brings down most of it. I could have said, I'd have a...
Yeah, I know. I'd be ruined.
But I don't...
Get cucked.
Yeah, okay. Because
we always got to stick to these. We don't know what we're doing next time. Stop coming to these. We Woo. That's another one. I don't think I got anything. Fish. I'm finishing up P3.
Either next week or the week after for the P3 video.
And then we can set up the Final Fantasy video for after DB month.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
If we're not doing that, maybe we should do our next auction stream Saturday.
That would be good. We could talk about that.
We haven't done an auction stream in a little bit.
I think that would be better, like right before the Dragon Ball month, just so people like, in case they're not Dragon Ball people, they'll have something. Or maybe we'll have to think about that. We'll have to work.
What?
Yeah, an auction stream. I keep forgetting to make that in sticker. I need to figure out how to spell it.
HWHAT. What?
But also HWAT also works.
Yeah, that's true. What? Yeah.
Tell them they can shove off.
Yeah, Dragon Ball month is in July. We have been purposely skipping a lot of Dragon Ball videos we could have done because we were like, wow, let's just gather them up for a month.
And unfortunately, as is want to do, there will be Mark stuff.
And unfortunately, July is also when he's reviewing Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's never done it on his channel. So he's going to be going arc by arc for Dragon Ball Z weekly.
In July?
In July. So we're going to have to talk. Probably one of the newer Mark videos we're going to have to do.
It's okay to be confused.
That last stream could be like a 12-hour boy where we just go through all of them.
Yeah, we could. We could do a lot of things, y'all.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
recently said, "Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the Dragon Ball Z."
Hopefully that revitalizes him because that man needs it.
He needs help. Yeah. Stop coming to these.
I already said that.
Yeah, I'm saying it again. It needs to be reiterated because they keep coming to these.